What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe, covering the whole Philly sports landscape. Fuck us. Giddy up.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored! They did it!
Left, feet left.
What the hell was that?
Oh, yeah!
What the fuck are you talking about?
Right here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Y'all know what time it is. Besides being Dame time, it is A2D Wednesday night. Welcome in, everybody. And it's fucking mouse. We're back. Sometimes you get a little sticky finger. A little sticky finger. Welcome in. It is A2D Wednesday nights, only on A2D Radio. Every Wednesday, we are brought to you by the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. We know many of us and our families deal with mental health or keyboard issues and addiction issues. We are happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please call 856-651-8117. I might call Rob right now because of the keyboard. You know what I mean? Because of the mouse. I might call Rob right now.
I think you need to take care of the mouse in the house.
Well, Ben doesn't. I don't want to keep continuing to make Ben jokes because I can do it all night. I could be a walking meme on the Ben jokes. We're joined by Mr. Noah, Tori, Nate, Frank, Ryan, Ralph. I'm Tom. No Greg. He might get kicked off the damn show. You know what I mean? It might be the end of Greg Milakovic, just like it could be the end of all Philly sports as we know it. You know what I mean? It looks like that. We'll do Suns versus Clippers, reactions, a little bit through that game, game 6. Tip off here in a little bit. Zach Ertz trade. Is it happening? Finally? And what do you get back? We'll talk about it. 4th, the 5th. Oh my God. Somebody said we'll get back White in the deal earlier today. I saw somebody comment the corner. And I said, you kidding me? You think you're getting a top 5 cornerback from Buffalo back in the deal? Can we wake up here? You know what I mean? This is what you deal with. Like, you think that deal's realistic? We'll do Phillies, Marlins live reactions. 5-3 Phillies, but Marlins still up here in the top of the 5th, 5-3. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. And our main topic at hand is going to be Philly Sixers, a little stay or go edition. Because when it comes to the Sixers, we have question marks on who's staying, who's going, especially when you talk about the one guy. So we're going to get into that, and we'll go over the entire roster. Is it like, do you think anybody else is going? Do you think nobody goes? Some people might think 2, 5, 6 around here. I don't know. I want to know those people, and I want to talk to those people tonight. And everything's going to tie in to our poll question brought to you by bodycheckwellness.com. And you can use promo code A2D. Get yourself 20% off at checkout. Love their products. Take the clarity and focus. Go check out their whole line of products and CBD oils at bodycheckwellness.com. Promo code A2D for 20% off. Our poll question for tonight's show. The Phillies need to blow up the team instead of making a splash move before the deadline. Agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcast, we're there as well. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Fuck with an algorithm tonight. So really pound the like. Right? If you like to mess around a little bit, hit the like. If you're upset with Philly sports landscape, hit the like. If you're upset with Ben Simmons, hit the like. If you're upset with Carson Wentz even opening his mouth, hit the like. Hit the like about everything you hit the like about tonight. And to the poll, see, this is the problem. Because you're so tied into big money deals. But big money deals that just take you to the luxury tax and not over. So you're so tied into that. So which way is this organization looking to go? That's the question. Because they're the ones that said stupid money. So if you're willing to do stupid money, you need to be able to go over the luxury tax. Well, right now, this team, as bad as they played, if you want to be realistic, is sitting right in the mix for the division. Right in the conversation. And one glaring issue, 7th inning on bullpen-wise. Huge glaring issue. So I thought we hired Dave Dombrowski to handle these situations. And I understand the farm system isn't anything to get excited over. Actually, the complete opposite of that. All right? It's disgusting. But there's teams out there, and there's good relievers out there to be able to go upgrade this team at the deadline if that's the direction they want to go. Now, in terms of blowing it up, you can go a couple directions. You can probably get a haul back for Nola, okay? You can get a haul back, maybe not a haul, but you're going to get some pieces back for Reese, right? You'll get some pieces back for things. Do you think you're going to be able to trade Harper and Realmuto? I don't think you're going to be able to with those contracts. Maybe, but Harper has a no-trade clause, and I don't know if Realmuto does. I'll have to look into that. But either way, you're probably not trading them. You're probably not trading Wheeler. So you're going to get back anything that's going to really pump up your farm system?
I cannot.
Probably not. I'm not focusing on stupidity. Probably not. Okay, I'm focusing on pro sports stupidity. Probably not. Okay? You're probably not going to get what you need to revamp an entire farm system in terms of those names, right? Because it's Drek down there. You need to trade like 10 guys to hope to revamp it, right? So then go all in. Anything you have down there that's worth anything, go all in. Go all in. Go get me a closer. Go get me two relievers. Give me a closer and another reliever that have proven that they can throw at the big league level. Go do them things so this team can be in the conversation. Because bad defense and 7th inning on bullpen is what's killed this baseball team, obviously, and that's just factual. So to the poll, like, I don't know where they're at. They're still that halfway in. So I'm going to disagree about blowing it up because we have nothing to talk about if they blow it up. So I'd rather them try to figure out ways on why you brought Dave here unless he's waiting for the damn Nashville job to get going. So what other reasons is he here? He's here to be smart at the deadline. And he spent this whole offseason, right? This whole offseason, last thing I'm saying about the Phils, in terms of this, he spent the whole offseason handling this bullpen. This was their main priority. And look at it. Joe's running out Hector Neris like he's Mariano Rivera. Like, Joe, it ain't Mo. Joe, it ain't Mo. It wasn't Mo. So, to me, I hate halfway in, right? I feel like the Eagles were doing that a little bit. I know the Phillies been doing it for as long as they said stupid money for. They were halfway in. Dave Dombrowski's here to win. Or it's more goddamn lies. And I know I speak for every one of us. We're tired of the Phillies' lies after all this time. By Uncle Cigars. So shit or get off the pot. Right? I mean, you know what I mean? Shit or get off. So figure out a damn way. And another run. Oh, my goodness gracious. Figure out a way to handle the problems of this baseball team. Getting Didi back's going to help. But figure out a way, pitching-wise, bullpen-wise, to give this team a chance to compete at least. Compete for this division. So family out there, what do you say? Phillies need to blow up the team instead of making a splash move before the deadline. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know everywhere you're chiming in at. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and everywhere you get your podcasts if you're listening back to us. Review us, download us, subscribe to us, hit the like to us, and talk about it. So I'm going to disagree just because I don't know what the hell they're getting back. Outside of Nola, like, that's tradable, like contracts tradable, like that's going to get you a haul, right? You guys understand what I'm saying? That's the most tradable contract that you have. It's the most tradable, money-wise, everything. Besides that, I don't know what you're getting back that's revamping the farm system because them not drafting well for years is killing this baseball team right now. So, simple as that. Simple as that. And Noah's struggling a little bit here in the fifth. He's pitched well tonight. But here's a big out here to try to hold the lead. And I see a lot of people already saying blow that shit up. Trade them all. But who are you trading? Like, you know what I mean? Who's them all? Like, how are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? How are you pulling that off? You're not trading everybody. You're not trading 7 guys. That's just not realistic. So you're not doing anything. Again, like, you know what I mean, guys? Lady, you know what I mean? You're not doing shit then.
Yeah. Then those 5 years that we struggled through doesn't mean anything right now, right? Then what was the point? If you're going to blow it up, then what was the point of signing Harper for $300 million or 330, whatever it was? You know what I mean? For those 10 years or 12 years, whatever it is. Because it's been 4 years now going into Harper's contract that you're probably most likely not going to make the playoffs again this year with this bullpen, right? So I'll disagree, because the fact that you didn't in the offseason, we were clamoring for a bullpen, right? We got to get guys more in the bullpen. We got to get guys more in the bullpen. You really didn't do it for the past 4 years. And now all of a sudden you're gonna tease me a little bit at the trade deadline. You're gonna say, oh, we're gonna go out and get a big bullpen arm. Well,
for fuck's sake.
Exactly. You should have done that in free agency, and you should have loaded up on the bullpen. And look what's happening now. Right, and I totally agree with you, Tommy. Joe Girardi's using Hector Neris like he's prime Mo at 25 years old, and it's unreal, dude. It's unreal. I don't understand how you're gonna please somebody in baseball right now with the people on your roster outside of Nola, right? Because like you said, the only contract that looks great to trade for is Aaron Nola, because he still he hasn't fully signed with us, right? He's still going through arbitration and stuff like that, right?
I got to look up Aaron's exact deal, but I don't.
Like, he actually signed a contract, correct?
What do you think you get back for Nola, though?
Probably young prospects. More prospects that we need. But yet again, it's like, if we get prospects, are we not going to see them until they're 27? Are we not going to see them until they're 26? Because it seems like that's been the role for the Philadelphia Phillies. Like you said, Tommy, right? Your draft picks haven't been good. Where's Mickey Moniak, dude? He's a number 1 overall pick. I don't care if he fucking sucks. He should be playing right now. I would rather have him fail at the big league level than anywhere else right now. That's just me.
Well, Spencer Howard can't throw over 40 pitches, Ralphie.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit too. Another guy that has shown you for these past 2 years can actually compete at this level, and you're gonna tell all the fan base he's at a 60 pitch count for the rest of the season. That's bullshit, dude. If he's got it one night, let him fucking rock. I'm tired of the fucking babying bullshit. If these kids can play, let them play. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing young prospects and other teams getting all this hype, all this star, and then we're sitting here with our 7 first-round picks that we've had for the past 5 or 6 years, and they haven't done jack shit. Jack shit.
Are they still on the farm?
Exactly. Yeah. Where are they? Adam Hazley's hurt.
Here's what I want to know.
Been hurt. Mickey Moniak's only seen first-time MLB last year. He's back in AAA or AA, wherever he is. Bryson Stott, I don't know what he's doing.
Are they doing anything in AAA?
Bryson Stott's swinging the bat great. So I mean, already now, granted, he's in A ball. I mean, that don't mean nothing. I mean,
that doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, until you get to the big leagues, nothing to me. They get. So
my thing is, do they need bats or they need pitching? Right?
Yes.
It's always been
everything.
The bullpen. You know what I mean? It's always been the bullpen. It's always been, the closer. So you're like, it's funny because I actually disagree, right? I don't think they should blow it up because they've already did that, right?
Yeah.
And now they spent all this money.
Then what was the 5 years of me sitting there watching you win 50 below 50 games every year? What was the point of that then?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, 4 years into Harper's contract, we're going to say, okay, we're going to restart now. We're going to rebuild. We're going to trade everybody. So there's 5 years didn't mean jack shit.
They told us this year before we would be competing.
Exactly. Stupid money. Remember that, boys. Stupid money.
Here's the problem. This organization has shown, at least over the last 10 years, and through, I hate to say it, a lot of their history, that they can't develop prospects. I mean, what the fuck happened to Scott Kingery, okay? What happened to Mickey Moniak? What happened to Adam Hazley? What happened to Roman Quinn? I mean, sure, it happens in many organizations where guys just don't pan out. But they're whiffing on everybody. I mean, yes, I know it's not often that you get a J. Roland Utley and a Ryan Howard. But Jesus Christmas, it seems like over much of the last 10 years, we've whiffed on everybody that we've drafted, or almost everybody. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell are we doing at the scouting level, at the minor league level? You know, what are we doing wrong in terms of why aren't we developing these guys and getting these guys ready to come up to the major leagues and be successful when they get here?
Well, listen, it's not. See, this is the problem, right? First off, you don't draft a high school player number 1 overall. That's
correct.
a reach in the position you're in. Big time reach to me. Okay, I said it in a video that made up. Right, like he's got to be like all you talk about in high school baseball then around the country. Like that name, I got to hear 1 million times for me to draft him number 1 overall. Okay, first off, second off, when you talk about Latin America, they've never been good at it. So I'm not telling you that's every player on your roster has to be from there. I'm telling you, name me a guy through this farm system. That's a pimp. Or it has been at any point over the last 10, 15 years from Latin America that was developed here and drafted here.
Yeah. It's been a while, Tommy. It's been a while. Oh, another name, Randolph. So much hype with this
corny.
kid.
Oh, geez.
So much hype, and I haven't seen him, dude. Where's he at? Is he double A, triple A right now?
Corny is in triple A, Ralph.
He still doesn't have a position after being.
He's a career minor leaguer.
Yeah, he doesn't have a position. It's
not like just about development. It's about how about you hit? Because if you hit, you don't got your development looks good.
Exactly. That's
the guy can play or he can't. The development shit's for horse shit. Like you draft a high school kid, okay, that's development. You draft a college guy,
right?
Or you draft the guy from Latin America, right? Then that's not as much development. These guys are already been developed. It's can they play or not?
I'm just sick and tired of the whole babying and little baby steps here with type of players. Like, dude, like you were saying, Tommy, Mickey Moniak's the number 1 overall draft pick. He should be up on this ball club right now in the batting order. Right now.
Hitting 30 home runs and batting close to
300. Exactly.
Who did they miss in that draft? Like all these top high picks. Like who should have they taken?
There was
in these drafts.
Couple names. I mean, I don't know them off the head because baseball's so much different than other sports where in the 30th round you can get a call.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
So I don't know, but there's definitely players when I've looked at it in the past that were.
I'm thinking top 5, top 10.
Yeah,
there's got to be somebody right behind him that is nice right now.
There's in that top 15, you could probably, I guarantee, at least name 3. There's 3 or 4 players that are making
starting right now on other teams.
Absolutely, legitimate impacts to their baseball team.
Yeah.
If it's a pitcher or a position player, now we're losing. We stink.
All right, time to put on the basketball game.
How about that reoccurring theme, though, right? How about that reoccurring theme? That's everywhere. That's the Phillies. That's the Eagles. That's the Sixers. That's hockey. And we can't draft for shit in this city. You know what I mean? There's always we're always when we get to those pinnacles, when we who's been the best draft pick in the last 10 years? Is it Embiid? And that was recent.
It's gotta be. Who else?
It's gotta be Embiid, right?
No doubt.
Across all sports.
It's Embiid.
I can't think of another one. It's gotta be.
There's no one close because the 2 ones that look like they were going to be really good, Simmons and Wentz, one's gone and the other one we want to be gone.
And the other guy's a goalie and had a bad sophomore season.
Sophomore year.
Which I'm not crushing him over. It happens, but to make a point, there's nothing left. The cupboard is dry.
Yeah,
have another run.
Exactly.
Have another fucking run.
It's every single night. It's every single night. I don't know. I honestly don't know how my grandmother does it. She watches every game.
Maybe a couple more runs.
Wheel of Fortune's coming on soon, love. All right, turn that on. Maybe watch a rerun of Jeopardy.
Turn some Jeopardy on.
I'm gonna be the one.
Jeopardy. Wheel of Fortune.
I'm gonna be one to say it, Ralphie. I'm gonna say it right here on there. Both guys you signed the big money.
Thank you.
That's all. I still signed both of them.
Yeah.
But stupid money can't just be, and then guys, answer the poll question. Because stupid money just can't be like, I said it the other night. Stupid money isn't just Harper, Wheeler, right? Real Muto. Stupid money is you had a Machado in there. Stupid money is you had another star in there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Stupid money.
Yes.
You know what? You do stupid money.
Pitcher,
You
a good reliever, a good closer.
You do the Yankee stupid money, or you do what the Dodgers are doing right now and saying, "Hey, I'll open my bank account to anybody. You want to come play for us? I'll slide the blank check over, sign it, put whatever you want on it. You're in Dodgers uniform. Look at the Dodgers, dude.
I'd rather have Mookie. Like I wanted Mookie Betts.
Absolutely.
I wanted Machado over Harper. I was clear on that. Like because he's more consistent player, and third base is essentially more important than right field in terms of defense. Right? Like it's common sense. Ground balls take bad hops.
Yeah.
Fly balls don't. That's 101. It's 101 baseball.
I mean, break this down real quick. I mean, at the very top, you have Bryce Harper, to where he's going to be here for what, 11, 12 more years?
Yeah.
Well, you're already looking at a guy who's been in the league since he's what, Tom, 18, 19 years old?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's been playing hard
he'll
for
still be here when my daughter's a senior in high school.
Yeah, that's frightening.
Wow, that's crazy.
He's been in the league for a long time, and what you're starting to see glimpses of is, okay, years of playing really, really hard. Was that catching up to him? Because he's had more injuries than it seems home runs.
No, he's had that every year, though. I mean, that's been an every year thing for him. It's not just been like, besides his MVP year, like he's usually banged up every year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been an MO. You look at the games played, like he's a guy who gets banged up a lot.
Yep. Well, and that's not going to age well. That's not somebody that you want to be on the books for 13 years. That's
right.
Not.
He's violent with everything he does at the plate, right? So when you're that violent at something like that, things are going to happen. You're going to tweak backs, right? You're going to hurt your hands, your wrists. You're going to do them types of things. So
you're going to have nagging stuff. Yeah.
I don't care about that. I don't care about the 13 years. None of that bothers me. What bothers me is you're trying to sell ice to an Eskimo. That's what you're trying to do to us.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
Baseball common sensors understand.
Yeah.
One guy ain't winning you shit because the best player in baseball is Mike Trout, and the Angels don't win shit. They don't even go to the postseason.
He's been to the playoffs one time. One time.
One time.
We all know
that. Modern day Babe Ruth, and how are they doing? They got modern day Babe Ruth, and how are they doing? They still stink. So understand the point. You need 8 positional players that can play. Then you need to fill out 5 starters and how many people in the bullpen. So it's not basketball where you go give me a star and now I'm ready to compete. So John Middleton, kiss my ass, okay? Because you try lying and selling tickets over winning.
Yeah, this bullpen has been atrocious for the past 4 years.
Exactly.
And every offseason, it seems like every time you go into offseason, it's been, Phillies are looking for bullpen arms. But then you get into spring training and there's no bullpen arms. And then you get to the middle of the season and we break the record for blown saves. It's like
the other thing, too, is like names that we want, they either go to other teams or, the Phillies are interested in this guy, but he ends up on another team. It's getting out of hand with the lack of the bullpen.
Remember Kimbrel?
Oh, yeah, I remember Kimbrel.
Yeah.
I remember Kimbrel. I remember, when we were trying to go for Dylan Betances and
Keuchel's another
Dallas
name.
Keuchel, Will Smith. Like you could write an entire list. You could put it on an entire scroll of how many names we have passed up on that would help out our bullpen, like the bullpen we have now.
Yeah.
I like Alvarado, but everybody else sucks.
I'm just thinking about, is there a reason why these guys don't come to Philly? Because I remember the Harper talk, and when we got Harper, I ran Machado was here too. Like, are we not attractive as a baseball organization?
Maybe they realize this team isn't good enough to go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of the worst run organizations since 2010.
Correct, Rye.
It's not like it's not rocket science anymore. It is what it is. Like I said this 5 years ago, we all did. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we just discovered friggin' oil. This is literally one of the most embarrassing run organizations since 2010.
There shouldn't be any excuses when you've sucked for the past 5 years and had multiple top 10 picks, and none of your top 10 picks are even in red pinstripes right now. That's atrocious.
It all starts with the fact that the matter is they went out Okay, and this is where it starts. They went out and decided to hire a general manager. 2015? Is that when they hired him?
Correct. Yep.
Yes.
I think so.
And they tried
Was
to
that
they went out and hired
Or
Matt
was that before
Klentak,
or after Ruben?
a Harvard grad, right? Thinking
Tommy, the hype that he was with Baltimore and he turned around Baltimore, and now
they could have hired
Eric
Nieder, right? They could have hired Eric Nieder from the Tampa Bay Rays, okay, who's a job, okay? They could have, but they went with the smartest guy in the room at you, all right?
And who else did they bring in, Tom? One above that.
Well, Andy McPhail.
Oh, he's done everything in the business. He didn't do anything. He sat in the friggin' office and hid from the media for 5 years.
Remember, Matt Klentak and Andy McPhail couldn't get the guy to sign with them that they developed and brought up through their system in Baltimore. He wouldn't sign with them. Are you kidding me? That's your walking papers right there. If I can't get a deal done with Machado, who's been with these guys before, I gotta rethink everything. I gotta rethink everything on what I hired here. And then we see another GM that you had an opportunity to hire go be successful in a small market. It's a crock of shit. Because you all told us, oh, and now look, now we're in a rain delay, so we're going to lose this game now when we could have went in a rain delay with a lead. That's the Phillies season in a microcosm right here. Right here. Because you would have ended this game with a lead right before the rain came because you had a lead previous to this inning. You were up 5-3, and you managed to give up all them runs. I can't anymore.
It's every single night with this bullshit. Every single night.
Mm-hmm. Tom, I'll just say this real quick because I switched over to the friggin' basketball game. One, because of the rain. Two, because Phillies. This might be the first time I've ever said, I don't even know if it's allowed. To the poll, I don't friggin' know. Because I don't want to blow it up again because it seems like this team has been blown up and we're looking at a reboot or retool or restart or rebuild or whatever the hell they want to call it. We've been looking at for the last 10, 11 years. But in the same breath, I don't want them going out and making the splashy move because whether it's this season, last season, in the friggin' bubble before that, with Girardi, with Kapler, with Bryce Harper, whatever, I don't believe in anything they're doing. There's like one defensible thing about this organization. It's Zach Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like all the things that we counted on, and I didn't even have this as a playoff team. But the development of Alec Baum. Well, really? JT Realmuto. Oh, you have to bring him back because you got trapped in the trading for him and then not winning. So you can't let him go for nothing. But then you're getting him for all that money. And really, he's not playing like the best player in baseball, best catcher in baseball, maybe not a top 3 catcher in baseball right now. Bryce Harper, we all know what that truly was. It was, oh, big name guy, let's sell some tickets. Let's make stupid money so we get the ticket sales back. And people could start caring until they realize, oh, wait, this team still sucks. I don't trust anything about it. And like, I can't blame Dombrowski yet because 6 months ago, they weren't even going to go the Dombrowski route. They were going to go interim. So they gave Dombrowski this year, I don't know if it's the entire season, of just saying, okay, you're going to oversee everything and assess it after the year. So I don't friggin' know. I don't know because it seems like any direction they go in, it's going to screw them over for another year.
I don't know. It's a fine answer because, I mean, my whole thing was not sure on it because a week ago I said blow it up. And then the other side of it, it's like, well, what are you going to get back? Right. And then what do you trust in this organization making any moves? Again, go ahead, everybody else, and feel free to answer the poll if you haven't. But I mean, this is go over the luxury tax and deal with it because you promised things. So it's as simple as fucking that. Because if you start trading shit, we're right back at square one because you're not going to hit on anything. Mm-hmm. And none of these guys you trade for are going to be any good because you're the ones who can't even sign players, the right players. You can't even sign the right player. Like I said again, it should have been Machado over Harper and Matt Klentak and Andy McPhail, who freaking nursed him as a baby, couldn't get him to come here. That's all you need to know on what was happening.
Think about it, Tommy. Think about it. A week before we signed Harper, Klentak was done. He didn't want any part of it until Middleton got on the plane and said, whoa, we got to get this shit done. Okay? We got to get this shit done. So if it wasn't for I'll give Middleton benefit of the doubt, but not so fast, okay? Because if it wasn't for Middleton, Harper probably would have never been here. But at the end of the day, it hasn't changed shit with this organization.
What have we gotten? Like, I love Bryce. I was really happy. We were running around. Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where's it gotten us?
Yeah.
It's gotten us nowhere.
The place, and they went down and they had a parade. You understand that, everybody? He
Yeah.
left the place, and somehow they got better. I mean, I'm not taking that out on him. I'm just stating the fact of the matter.
Yeah.
He left the place. They went and won it all. What else do you say to that?
Yeah, the year after.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. The right year after they
5 years
won.
or 7 years. It was literally the year after he leaves, they're having a parade in DC.
Yeah. That was crazy.
What's up, Greg?
What's
Hi,
up,
Greg.
fellas?
Welcome to hell.
Yeah.
It is absolute hell for sure.
Yep.
I just sniped the fly. It's a great
What's
shot.
up, Greg?
What up, Nate? You in the office tonight, bud?
Something like that. Something like that. Working late, man.
I hear you. And no, and you're absolutely right, Tommy. Going back, it was stupid money's either both Bryce and Machado, or you build around the more stable guy. And as a president of the Bryce Club, Manny Machado was the right guy of all time. He was either a shortstop or a third baseman, someone you could build around your middle lineup. He doesn't go through major slumps. I love Bryce, but we all know what he is, most of the year, right? And that's it. Stupid money's both of them. Or if you got to choose one, then you choose the infielder.
Well, listen, dude, Bryce Machado is better than Bryce JT. I hate to break it to people. So,
but they couldn't sign Machado, right? Like, I remember that, and it was a talk that they could.
We could have done both. We could have done both.
The money, Nate.
No, I'm not talking about money-wise, but I'm just saying he just decided not to come here.
Because of the money.
Yeah, we didn't give it.
Because of the money?
Yeah.
We never went near where he wanted to go.
I didn't know that.
San Diego? He
But
went to
yeah.
San Diego because of the
But
money.
big market San Diego did, right? Figure that one out.
Exactly. He didn't go there.
And still are.
Yeah.
They still are. The Dodgers still are. This is a joke. This is a flat-out joke.
Yeah, and that was another thing, too, with the Machado situation, too, where, that whole year we were going to trade for Machado, give up all these prospects for him, and at the last second, Dodgers come right in, and they scoop him up, and then obviously they went on their run and stuff like that, and history is he's with San Diego now, but it's just the fact that the stupid money comment is so dumb at this point. Because you could have had both, or you went with Machado. At this point,
it just reminds me of the star hunting comment from a couple years earlier.
Right now, Machado was the right pick. Should have been the right pick, but it is what it is now, and here we are, fucking dog shit in the NL East.
But nobody wants to listen. You understand? Like, there's plenty of baseball people out there that knew Machado brings more to you than Bryce Harper does, and that's not a shot at Bryce. I wanted both because that was stupid. Like, you know what I mean? In terms of stupid, that's stupid. Yep. Real Muto's more stupid than Machado is, giving him that money. Like that's ridiculous. And I love JT, but you're not going to win with just Harper and JT. Mike Trout and Ohtani, modern day Babe Ruth. All right, all due respect to Bryce and JT, they can't hold their two jock straps. You understand? Can't hold their jock straps, and they don't win shit. So if that's not telling you what needs to win, unlike look at two sports, the NFL and Major League Baseball. You have to develop talent at both. You have to hit on picks. You can't just spend money. And baseball, you can under one circumstance. You're willing to pay the luxury tax like the Yankees have been doing for fucking years. All right? And it doesn't always win. But you're either one way or the other. And they develop talent, by the way, too. Just throwing it out there.
Exactly.
It almost makes me vomit looking like, and I don't dislike this organization, but look at what Tampa Bay has done. That is I don't think it's the smallest organization, but that is not a big market.
That is the smallest organization.
They're smaller than
right. They had $28 million was their payroll last year. $28 million, dude.
And what did I say about the GM? We could have hired him, but we went Harvard instead.
Yeah. So they have been relevant all these years. They find ways to sign players, and then look who they just brought up last week. The best prospect in baseball, Wander Franco. So it shows, hey, maybe
I want to hear the people have the people hear his name again. What was his name again?
Wander Franco?
Okay. And then I just want people to understand where he's from. He's from. I just want people to Mickey Moniak. I just want people to understand where he's from.
And our two guys, Tom, are guys, right? The people like the Dominic Brown, he was a guy, right? Cornelius Randall was a guy.
Great guy, though. I see him all over a baseball place.
Cornelius?
No, Dom, and he's always giving him out. Great dude. Great guy. But listen, Babe Ruth for a week.
Oh, of course. No, the arrival was amazing. The arrival of Dominic Brown, the double off the wall was great. The two guys, it's imprinted in my mind, Greg. The two guys, the one guy who we got overseas, we can't even get him in the damn country right now because of the friggin' visa. So that's the one guy that we may have hit on, but we can't even get in the country. And then our other guy, Spencer Howard, he can't throw more than 30 pitches.
Yep.
That's the guy that they were calling the next Cole Hamels 2 years ago.
Yeah,
They ruined him already.
And they put him back down to stretch him out. Why?
They ruined him already. He's done.
He has a dead arm. And then Moniak, it just...
Where's he been, dude? Where's he been? Well, we won't see him until he's 26. So it doesn't even matter. So
Buck 20, you're going to run into problems in baseball. All right? Guy's a buck 20 soaking wet coming out of high school.
Yep.
All right. I mean, I hate to break it to it. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like I said earlier, Greg, you missed it, but it wasn't like Mickey Moniak was on the cover of Sports Illustrated out of high school. Let's lock in on what high school player we drafted. Okay. Yep. Don't tell me because I'm saying Mickey was small that Devontae Smith ain't going to be a pimp because he's a pimp. Okay. And he done it at the highest level. All right. So one don't compare to the other. But when you go baseball and look at a damn fucking forearm one time, honey, and you realize the forearms are like a little stick, I'm going to shy away. Damn it. It's an eye test. I could have you a bunch of guys line up, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like a singles mingle, right? And I'm picking out my bachelor, right? I could have them line up, and there's an eye test in their uniforms. Pick a better player at one than the Phillies did with all the resources they put.
The best part about that pick is they went Moniak because he was going to be cheap.
Yeah.
And so that they could overpay on the guy in the second round who's a pitcher. You know how many innings that guy in the second round has thrown?
0.
He's been hurt the whole time since he's been drafted.
Yes, he has.
Kevin Galloway.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, by the way, last year's payroll for the Rays was $28 million. They went to the World Series. So just
and look what they did, right? They just traded away one of their better players in Willie Adames, right? They traded him away, I think, to Toronto.
No,
somewhere, right? But they traded him away, and then they replenish him with Wander Franco.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
I want to say $28 million. Here's how you do it.
Unreal.
And Tom, when you asked earlier, as far as like who's the last overseas player that this organization
he's with the Brewers, Greg.
Brewers, that's where he went. Yeah. But look at what he's done since being the Brewers. They're like on fire now.
Yep.
Tom, I think I figured out the answer to your question, and it's disgusting. And he's playing center field for us.
Yeah, it's not even him because they didn't draft him.
Well, I was going to say he was a Rule 5 guy.
Yeah, he's a Rule 5.
Yep. Rule 5.
So I mean, they drafted him in Rule 5, but they, you know what I mean. But that's your
that's the one.
That's your hit.
You know what I'm saying? Like and it was an asterisk.
So who agrees to blowing it up and who disagrees?
I said disagree. I said disagree.
What, Nate?
I said pass.
No, I started laughing. We've been on a rant for 40 minutes, and I don't think anybody's ever answered the question.
That's how bad it is, Nate. That's how bad it's got.
Oh, jeez.
We got the Tommy, we got the Ralph, and that was where it stopped.
I'm on the fence because I probably with a lot of you. Mm-hmm. I'm probably with a lot of you in the sense of, yes, we need to blow it up, but I don't trust anybody to blow it up.
Exactly. And
so
that's where I'm at as well.
I would rather, and Tommy and you and I talked about this on Sunday, I would rather, and again, it's not all on Joe, but the way our roster is set up and the way our contracts are set up, I'd rather get a whole new staff in here because I think that's easier, or at least a new manager, than trying to overhaul and trade everybody just because what are we getting back for all these guys that are so overpriced?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but it's either just a status quo or you're going all in.
Then go all in.
Yeah, I agree.
Go all in then.
Yeah, go. To me, I actually disagree. I wouldn't blow it up. We've seen what that looks like. They spent the money. Just keep going. Just go all in. They are what they are. As shitty as they've been, what are they? 5 back, 4 back? I think I read today.
5, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're 5 back, and as much bullshit they've been, just keep going. Just blow. Just fucking spend the money. Get who you need to get. Get the what's his name? The closer. He's really was it Norris or whatever his name is.
Yup, Naris. Yeah.
Naris. Yeah. Get rid of him.
Mariano,
Get somebody else in there.
Mariano.
Mariano Naris.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
right.
No.
Like I don't understand why they keep going to him. They don't have anybody else who can close. Is he really the only person?
Listen,
He's been
not,
nice.
I mean, he isn't because I know Alvarado's a train wreck, but I'd rather go to a lefty because there's only one other lefty in the big leagues that I know that's coming in to close the game out that's throwing 100 at somebody. Like, you know what I mean? I'm coming in. I want my 9th inning guy. I don't care what anybody says anymore. I need a 9th inning guy throwing smoke.
Everybody does anymore.
Yeah, I want the hardest 3 outs are already the toughest for me defensively. They're the hardest 3 outs of baseball is the last 3.
Especially
right?
for the worst defense in baseball.
Yeah, I need a guy throwing a buck.
Yeah, right.
I don't care where it's going. You know what I mean? I don't care where it's going. Go walk everybody in. Whatever. At least I'm throwing 100. I'll take that at this point.
I thought it was happening last night. I luckily can watch these games live because they're in they're playing the Marlins.
Yeah.
So I get the Marlins broadcast, but I thought it was coming last night. I'm like, this is why I don't watch. This is why I don't watch.
Did you say luckily? I was going to say you luckily.
Wow.
Come on, we're all junkies, you know.
It's fair. I mean, you're not wrong.
I would even bring up, like, if I could trade, there is one guy I would consider trading, though. Like, you see, if I did things the right way, is I would trade Didi right now and bring up Bryson Stott. That's how I would operate because I watch 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds play all the time. 21-year-olds play all the time. So if he's that good, it shouldn't matter. Yeah. Bring him up, trade Didi, and get yourself back a legitimate arm on a good contract.
And trade him before the futures game, because once he goes to the futures game, the Phillies organization is going to ruin his ass.
Oh, yeah. I would not be surprised.
So, Nate, you disagree? No, what do you?
I disagree. Yep.
I don't know if you disagreed. I don't know. I don't know.
Look, I disagree. You play to win, and the bottom line is
play to win the game.
Do we really trust them to start rebuilding this team now?
No.
You have Bryce. Look, the clock is ticking. Bryce Harper, granted, yes, he's been underwhelming this year, but let's not forget, he is, 30 years old, I believe?
Nope, 28.
28.
Maybe.
Bryce is 28.
All right, but, I mean, the way I see it, the clock is ticking. He's not going to stay in his prime forever. I mean, granted, yes, in baseball, he could conceivably be productive until he's 35 or 37 years old, but that's not a guarantee. And you look, you got Aaron Nola, you got Zach Wheeler. Who's to say they're going to be here in 3 or 4 years? I mean, look, you play to win, and granted, yes, I let's not kid ourselves. I don't consider us a World Series contender by any stretch of the imagination. But look at this division. I mean, do the Mets really scare you? I mean, yeah, they're playing good baseball right now, and obviously they have DeGrom. But
Washington's the best team in this division right now, in my opinion. Playing baseball right now, they're the hottest.
Yeah. Where the hell did Kyle Schwarber come from?
Yeah, right.
You mean Babe Ruth? Babe Ruth?
They're just playing great baseball. So I mean,
but who knows? Maybe Atlanta will eventually catch fire, and maybe they'll be the team that a lot of people expected, and maybe they'll end up running away from the division with the division in the second half of the season anyway. But the way I see it right now, we still got a puncher's chance. I think you shove all your chips in the middle of the table.
It's gonna be like an Eagles season again, right? Our division is so bad and we're still so close. It's like, come on, just get to the dance.
We get trapped.
Right.
Oh, if we get to the postseason, anything can happen.
We got Wheeler, Nola, as your top two of our top three. Like, oh my God, we got a chance.
That's all. But see, you know what's funny?
Correct me if I'm wrong. since we're back to the 162 format, is it 5? Are we at 2 wild cards again, or
Correct.
how's that?
Yes, 2 wild
It's
cards.
still 2 wild cards. Yep. Yep.
Okay, so 5 teams from each league make the postseason.
Correct.
Essentially.
And then I think it's whoever wins that wild card game takes on the highest seed.
Okay.
I think so.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, with that in mind, we still have a shot.
And that's all I want. That's all. That's all I want.
I don't want to see dog shit in July, August, and September.
I want to get to.
We just saw it through June.
I hear you, and it's getting late early. No doubt about it.
I want to get
our
to
bullpen is trash once again. It's not quite the dumpster fire it was last year, but it's pretty god awful. Our lineup for the most part is underachieved. I mean, where the fuck has Alec Bone been? Reese Hoskins. He's been kind of so, and to be honest, terrible in the field.
I just want to shout out to what's that, John Castone? I appreciate that, my man. I didn't know I was that hot. 80%. God damn. Jeez. Sunday wasn't a good day.
Thank you, John.
God damn. Appreciate you, John.
No, but like you were saying, though, all I want, and I think I would speak for a majority of people, is just to get to September and feel something. Like, don't have the feeling of either, like, we've been stuck with either, okay, they're out of it, or, oh my God, they're choking the season away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's either the feeling of mediocrity, nothingness, or impending doom the last 10 years in September.
And it's been like that, obviously.
I want to feel like we've actually improved, and most importantly, I want to feel like that we're actually responding to Joe Girardi. I think the biggest question is he going to keep this team's attention?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying Joe should be fired. I don't think there's a chance he is fired this year, but he makes some moves and he says some things to make me think, is he pulling a Ryan Sandberg? Like, is he trying to step away? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I love Joe. I wanted him before we signed Cap.
He does. You're right, Rod. He does kind of say some things that make you scratch your head. Like, Joe, are you even engaged in the season right now?
We joke about the Mariano thing, right? But and Tom, you said it at the very beginning, but literally a month ago in a press conference, he directly compared Hector Neris to Mariano. He said, when I had the pleasure of working with one of the greatest pitchers of all time, Mariano Rivera, and like Hector, he also walked some people as well. Yeah, Joe, Mariano Rivera is a freaking amazing. Hector Neris stinks. You can't.
Mariano Rivera is a fucking Hall of Famer with over
unanimous
600 saves
Hall of
for
Famer, by the way.
Unanimous.
Ralph,
what was that word again, Ralph?
Unanimous Hall of Famer, by the way.
He's not even just a Hall of Famer. He's the best closer of all time.
Of all time.
Like, I don't know what
there is no fucking comparing Hector Neris to big time Mo. You can't do it.
I don't think
against the rules. It's okay. You should be locked up for saying that.
I like that head by Ralph. You get that from me?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't know. I don't know. When you're best, see, I gotta tread lightly when I say this. When your best player,
if Hector Neris is Mariano Rivera, then I'm fucking Nolan Ryan. All right. God damn.
I'm calling you Nolan. But when your best player, in my opinion, just my opinion, I said it from day one. Okay. I feel like it's fake. Okay. I've been very clear about this. I feel like your best player, to hustle and all that, a little fake. A little fake. I've had an issue with it in Washington. All right. Like, name a best player on a team that gets choked out. Right. Some of the things I don't know. I think there's a little prima donna. And I think when you have a little prima donna and that's your best player.
No down.
I think this is what you get a little bit too.
Yeah, just like our Phillies.
So, Hunter, you think Harper's fake? You think Harper's a fake superstar?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're saying?
Sounds like
top 25 player in baseball. See a top 25 player in baseball, top 20. I can name you 20 guys. I had one over them.
I mean, no.
That
I
ain't
mean,
hard.
right
We're
now
talking
there's
about a
no
lot of players in
shot.
baseball, though, right? Like, is that
Well, what makes a superstar?
When
Nate?
is he,
You're talking about
when is he
superstar.
paid? Is he paid as a top 10 player? Is he
Yes.
a top 10 player in salary?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Top 10 player in salary. He's not a top 10 player in baseball.
No, he's not a top 25 player in baseball right now. That could change. And like, if he goes on one of those Ryan Howard, I'm going to carry the organization for a month things, that could change very quickly.
Right.
And I feel like I've been saying that for 3 years. Like, I feel like we've been waiting for that for like 3 years.
Yeah,
He's
ever
overrated.
since
He had
Howard
an
left.
MVP type season. Grady hasn't been on the field, but he needs an MVP type season
To justify the
throughout his
contract.
contract to
Absolutely.
make it worth it. To make it
Right.
worth it. And anybody can sit here and tell me that you think that's coming at any point over the next 11 freaking years. I'm going to tell you you're an asshole. Right straight to your face. I'm going to tell you you're an asshole because I don't see it coming. I see this guy getting older, right? He's going to get better with age. Is he a fine wine? I mean, let's be real here for a second.
And he's been banged up. My goodness.
Because of the hair and and he hits home runs far. Whoopsie freaking do. So did Adam Dunn. All right?
Oh,
Yeah, Adam Dunn.
I mean, come
Damn,
on.
Adam Dunn.
damn.
I mean,
Big sexy.
there's no carrying him, and I think he's a prima donna. And I think when you have that stuff, from your best player, you underachieve. As
So
an
when you,
organization too.
when you say fake, because I'm not saying I completely disagree with you. When you say fake, you mean, because we always talk about the hair flip, the sneakers, the social medias. Are you saying that like he puts out all the the out hustle you, great teammate thing? Are you saying he's kind of like the guy who like will help the elderly across the street because he knows there's a camera taking pictures of him type thing, to where it's like all about the image?
Yep.
He is trying too hard to win the fans over.
So celebrity. So he's trying to be more of a celebrity than a ball player. You're saying?
I'm not saying he doesn't care about baseball. I'll never say
No,
that.
I didn't know. No.
Like, I know he cares about the game of baseball, right?
Yeah.
I'm just connecting dots. And Tori, you can tell me to stop it, Tori. He left the place where he was their best player, and they went and won it all. If that's not alarming to you, stop watching sports, everybody, right now. If it doesn't, just sound off a little alarm, a little alarm. Doesn't have to be the biggest alarm of all time, but you say, maybe there's an intruder. Maybe there's an intruder. Or maybe it's just the dogs coming through the sensor. You understand me? If that doesn't alarm you in the game of baseball, where chemistry, being a great teammate, all that matters more than any other freaking sport, okay? You tell me that doesn't worry you and sound off an alarm. Does it or doesn't it? And to the biggest Harper guy I know in Greg, he can't even run from the fact that he's alarmish. Alarmish. Not
Very
saying
quiet.
it's totally true. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
personally.
It's completely alarmish. It doesn't raise a major alarm because the Washington Nationals are built like a true organization, right? So they, you have guys like Juan Soto and Victor Robles who help lessen that blow. And when Juan Soto's a pimp, but you're right, it does sound a buzzer a little bit in someone where it's just like they didn't miss a beat. You know what I mean? And like I said, you go back to like the whole culture and like payroll around the Tampa Bay Rays. When Willie Adames left, like that whole organization was just like, oh my gosh, we just traded one of our best players and our locker room guy, and they continue just to keep going because it's the same thing. I don't agree that he's fake, but you can't not totally disagree with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? There's a lot of those antics that go on, and yeah, it makes all the girls and us guys go nuts. But it's and to be truth, you've never had him, right? He's never been your guy, so you've always had that. No, you've always had that. Those antennas.
Fine.
I'm not saying agenda, but you can see past the hair flip and the fanatic spikes.
I'm a production cat. I'm just a production cat.
I hear you.
I'm a production junkie. Tori, stop it.
Mississippi State won the College World Series.
When has there been a team meeting in 3 years? Somebody tell me a
How
player's.
do you know?
I do know because they would have been talked about. There's
Yeah,
been
that
no
leaks.
player meetings.
Please.
What, with him and Raul Muto jerking each other all under the table when they both underachieve? I'm so sick of people falling in love with guys that aren't good enough. They're not carriers. I can name you
So
two
now he's
guys.
a bad teammate.
I'm not telling you he's a bad
You
teammate.
did.
I'm saying
That's what you said.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
when
you
you're
did,
selfish, when
Rewind.
you're potentially selfish in the game of baseball, it matters more than any other sport. Because locker rooms in 162, which nobody talks about, your chemistry on the road with guys, your chemistry to your teammates is more important than any other sport because of the length of it, because of the amount of time you have to spend with people. And if your teammates believe in you, you raise the level of them. And I'm not putting this all on Bryce Harper. His organization is a scam. If anybody thought he would come here, this goes back to my whole point of signing him. If you thought he was coming here and carrying your organization, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're delusional. That doesn't mean he's not a good baseball player. So people understand what I'm saying. He's not the best. He's not even a top 25 in baseball. Maybe even not even a top. How many? What we got? 32 teams.
I think so.
Yes.
Or 30. Greg laughed at me. Frank laughed at me. Guys,
No, it is 30.
30, right?
30, yeah.
There's six divisions, 5 in each.
I could say that I could go to 29 other teams. Maybe outside like Arizona because they're a train wreck. Maybe a couple, right? So maybe let's just say 25. There's 25 teams that I could go to. I'd rather have their best player.
Wow.
Somebody tell me I'm wrong because the numbers are going to tell you I'm right. The production, the consistency. He's the most inconsistent great player I've ever watched. You understand? So you understand the accolades I'm giving him? His potential? He's never lived up to the potential. Never has. 1 year.
I'm trying to think of a guy that like you can compare him to in like the NFL or the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the blank of the MLB. Like, would you say he's like the Cam Newton? Is like Cam Newton-ish?
No.
Cam won
Don't say
MVP.
that.
No.
Bryce won MVP.
Well, I was say Bryce won MVP.
Yeah, but this is my point is carrier. My point is consistency, right? My point is there's a lot that goes into it. Tori, when has he been consistent in any point of his career?
I'm not saying he's consistent, but I'm not going to sit here and when we're crying about the Phillies, the last name on my list is freaking Bryce Harper.
It'd be the first because
He's the first. He's the highest paid.
He's the highest paid. He's the face of the franchise.
As much as I love him, he's got to be. He's got to be the guy, and he's not right now.
Now, all the Carson Wentz stuff that you believed in now is all BS because you can't just pass things and to say it doesn't matter. He shouldn't be the guy you look at. He's the guy who answers to all the teammates. He's the guy that how he goes about his business is going to dictate how everybody else goes about their business, right? All that matters when you're the highest paid guy. If Ben can get smoked in this city at being 24 years old, then this guy, why isn't he crushed at all? Because he gets the biggest free pass that I've ever witnessed in a city on a baseball team that's underachieving, and we're watching them. And forget this year. The 2 other years before that, especially in 2019, they freaking went like that. They were a plane crashing going August and September. So who's that on? The manager went somewhere else and just wins. So as much as we wanted to put it on the manager, maybe it's on the prima donna star fucking player.
I never, for the record, I never blamed Gabe Kapler for shit. So I would like to take my accolades down, please. That I'm always fucking right. So
okay, just like you're right about Bryce Harper.
right about Bryce Harper. I'm right about Carson Wentz. Just
there's nothing.
The check's in the mail.
It stops at
Ben
2.
Simmons. We suck. What do we like puffing chest for?
Yeah, right about what?
You know, if our team suck, I just like to be right.
Half of your list is gone. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about Carson Wentz is going to go light up for the Colts. Ben Simmons is going to go and suck everywhere he goes. Gabe Kapler wasn't the problem. Bryce Harper is not the problem.
So
Let's talk about the problem. The problem?
You can't do that. The best player on
bullpen,
the team has to be held accountable.
The scout. What?
The best player on a baseball team has to be accountable for some things. It doesn't have to be the thing. You don't have to agree with me, okay? But he has to be held accountable for some things.
I don't think he's not accountable, though, is my thing.
Who on social media has the balls outside of me? Please tell me in Philly to smoke him like I just did. Nobody does.
Nobody is.
Nobody does.
Because there's bigger issues.
No job that I put on him tonight.
Bigger issues.
Because nobody's got the guts to do it. That's the problem. We're soft on certain players and hard on others. Ryan Howard got crushed in this city. I watched him get crushed, and all he did was carry. Damn it. Worry about his strikeouts. Guy hit 40 home runs. Worry about strikeouts. This guy strikes out 200 times, and it's 28 home runs. Jerk me off under a table with no lube. All right? It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke what I watch here. It's a joke that some guys get away with shit, all right, and other guys can't.
Ouch, babe.
Maybe he's just a loser. Maybe he's a loser. Because all the Nats did go was win and cut the nets down per se. Had the graffiti all over him as soon as he left. He's never going to win now. He's never going to win. Ever. 11 years of shit.
Well, we got it. We got another decade to deal with it. So.
Yep.
Get on board. Get on board.
Door.
That's a T-shirt.
Still gonna be playing. And listen. Let me say this. I don't like hate Bryce because he's a Philly. You understand? But these were my opinions prior to here. And if I have no agenda like I don't, and I try to yell and scream about, then I'm going to keep it 100 on how I feel about the guy right now when we stink. That's all. Appreciate your time. Thank you guys for allowing that.
Well,
correct
me if I'm wrong.
I was going to say, you feel better? Because to be honest with you, I'll be the first to call you out on your agenda and your, you know what I mean, your Bryce hate. And it's not all that base. You know what I mean? There is some substantial fact and stuff in there because it's true. Like, I think the same thing at times. You know what I mean? Like, you look back at the 2007 to 10 Phillies, and there's 3 guys on that team that carry this team throughout different parts of each season. Between Jimmy Rollins, Chase Utley, and Ryan Howard, of course, the big dog, right? They all took turns. Where are our 3 guys? Where's our 1 guy? We don't have 1 guy, let alone 3 guys. You know, Jimmy
back, right? So if
you thought JT was going to be the guy. You know, Jimmy was the voice to allow other guys who don't want to speak as much, like Chase, just to go out and do it, right? Jimmy was the lightning rod to say, hey, bring me all the attention. I can take it so that my guys can go do what they do best. And that gets lost on a lot of people about Jimmy Rollins because there's a lot of Jimmy hate in this city also. But he should be up there on, you know, he's a Hall of Famer, maybe absolutely, but one of the best athletes in the city because of that.
So you're saying you want a leader for the team. You want a leader for the team.
Do we have a leader?
No, you're saying that's what you want is a leader.
You need a leader.
Well, yeah, but are you talking like he has to be like a top player leader, or you just want like a leader?
Who's going to lead a bum?
What?
Who's going to follow a bum?
When you get paid that much money, you need to be a good player.
How can you strike out at the rate he does? All right, not be on the field at times. Okay, think about all this. All right, not have big time droughts, which happen in baseball. I get it. Not to the great stuff. It happens, but not to the length. Right? This is my point. Like, the greats don't have month-long droughts. Maybe a week, maybe 2. But when they're fired, He hasn't even been in his 3 years, per se, when his fire's been fire. Right? He's been okay. He hasn't lived up to the billing yet. And maybe he will one day. But I doubt it. And that's all my point is. It's not being negative. It's been his whole career.
Everybody wants to compare him and put him in the same same breath as Trout, but there's no comparison.
No.
You know what I mean? There's no comparison. You better take about 7 breaths before you And again, this is coming from a Bryce guy, but you better take a couple gulps of air before you mention him after Mike Trout because there's no comparison.
Greg, and you know what's crazy too? Every year we watch a younger player who's getting paid way less pass him.
His own teammate, Juan Soto, his own damn teammate, said, "Hold on, you aren't even the best here, baby. Hold the phone." Is what he said to him. Juan said to him, right? I mean, come on.
And then stared him down like Juan Soto does.
Yeah.
The last year he was in Washington, he was like the 3rd best player behind Soto and the 3rd baseman.
Rendon, yeah.
And yeah, You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even talking about the friggin' pitchers.
Do I give him the
By the way,
Bible?
Mississippi State just won the College World Series.
Wow,
Yeah, I saw
congratulations,
that,
Mississippi
Can we
State.
draft some of those people?
9-0.
Upset.
Is that a big upset over
Yeah.
Vanderbilt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say huge, but big because of who's on the mound.
Yeah, you had arguably one of the top 3 players drafted on the mound tonight for Vandy.
Uh,
And he just
Kumar
got his tits
Rocker, right?
ripped.
Well, guess what
Harold
happened?
Kumar, yeah.
Guess what happened, Nate? In the first inning, he had a ground ball back to him, dead double play ball, right? Second batter up, dead double play ball, nothing game. And he threw it away the second. And then you know, if you know anything about baseball, hey, they lost. That's
Yeah. Yep.
can't be throwing the
Yeah.
ball away. You can't throw the ball away.
Is Hector warming up?
That game.
Yeah.
But no, Tor, understand like my whole thing, and everybody understand it.
I
Everybody
get it. You're frustrated. Our team blows. Let's blame everyone. Sure.
You love him. And
it's not
I
just
mean-
the Phillies.
I don't have the poster above my bed for Harper like I expect a lady to have. I get it. I get
yeah,
it.
you know us ladies just hanging around Bryce Harper posters on our wall.
Attractive guy. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't
I got one.
Right? I know Greg has one.
I got one.
Watch me be like, yep, it's right there.
Yeah.
Let's do a little stay or go. And we'll do stay or go.
Vic's a Jimmy Butler person, right?
Oh my God. I
Jimmy
can't.
Butler girl, big Jimmy Butler girl. Don't get me started.
Let's do stay or go. And we can start with the Phillies.
Go.
And we can
She
work on
sleeps with the fanatic socks on.
and we can do Sixers stay or go as well.
My pillow pet.
Go.
Well, he already went there.
Did you see that?
He's already in the hills, so don't worry about it, Greg. He's already gone. He's hiding, like Hidden Valley or something in Cali.
Hidden Hills.
$17 million for a new house.
Yeah, freaking
Unreal.
stadium. Probably doesn't even have a basketball court.
He probably
17
stopped
million.
he was building
Ben.
one in like Lumberton. He probably stopped
Ben.
the construction of that one.
Ben got a new house.
In California
Yeah.
for
In California.
$17 million.
It's a no
Wow.
issue. I don't know. Like people read into it to
can-
me. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Tommy. I love it. I
I
love
read into that.
you know how much money these guys have?
Yeah.
If I had his money, I'm going to house.
80% of the players in the NBA, if you have enough money, are out in California in the offseason. It's
I
Yeah.
don't know
nothing new.
why you're getting raped on money, but whatever.
Yeah,
hey.
but when you're Ben Simmons, don't do that.
Why?
When you're following,
Why
following,
is he worried about buying houses and DMing
you know how much
girls
money you
and
make on
this
real
and
estate
this
with
and that?
with value of real estate?
Because he's
And he
like
probably-
24 years old.
Well, he needs to grow the hell up. That's all I'm
Probably
saying.
bought it like 2 months ago, by the way.
He
This is
needs to
probably-
buy himself a
Yeah,
fucking
right,
jump
right.
shop,
Yeah.
but we know that's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Real estate is how these guys make money after the
But
NBA.
really, so does shooting a basketball.
I said after the NBA. He's already made
Yeah.
enough money right now. Now you got to keep the money, so you buy real
He
estate.
He should retire and
He
sell
should
real
retire
estate
at 20
and sell real
24.
estate. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
man, they're gonna try to get on this block. That's a great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's Pat Beverly and the agenda of the NBA. They'll turn this block into a problem.
Does anyone
I turned the Phillies back on.
does anyone
Are they
know who
back
scored
on?
the first basket tonight in the game?
They're back on, yeah.
That's where I'm not sure.
That's my favorite bet to do, even though I never win it, except once, and it was Tony Bradley. But
That's why you love it, Bear. Now I know
That's
you're.
why you love it, Tony Bradley.
yeah, then we got rid of
Holy
him like
shit.
the next fucking day.
Yeah, now I know. why.
Vic Ayton scored the first basket.
Who did?
Ayton.
Damn it!
Well, listen, if you're listening live right
Who'd you
now, hit
bet?
the like, hit the
I
subscribe. If you're joining us wherever you are.
Morris.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're
Hold on.
sharing, and make sure you're fucking subscribing. Let's go. Stay or go. We will start with Reese Hoskins. Stay or go.
Go.
Adios.
Go. Top of my list. Top of my list.
Goodbye.
Gone.
Today,
Goodbye.
right now.
Adios.
Forever
Stay.
gone. Bullpen
Stay.
arms. I don't give a damn. Gone. Out.
Stay.
Focus on
I'm
the
with the
positives.
group.
Gone.
He can
Out.
go. He can go.
Noah.
Bye-bye.
Right.
I've seen enough. He's too
Adios.
inconsistent at the plate, and he's horrible defensively.
Yeah, he's going to me. See you, girl. Bye, girl. Bye.
What do you think we can get for him, Tom?
Nothing.
I think
Not even a bullpen arm?
You can get a
Maybe
pen
this
arm.
dog.
You guys can get a pen arm because he can lose baseballs, and there's always an analytical junkie out there.
There's
you-
an American League team that can convert him into a designated hitter. You know
Sure.
what
Why
I'm
do you want him to stay? You said stay.
I'm just not done with him yet. I want to watch
You
him
want
till
more
the
dog
wheels
pics?
till the wheels fall off.
You want more pictures of Rookie?
Does he post his dog?
I don't know. I just know I've seen photos of his
You
dog.
know his dog's name?
I mean, how do you not know a dog's name when it's Rookie?
Fanboy level right there, Greg.
That guy doesn't deserve.
I'd rather have his dog playing than him.
Let's try him out.
Tom, Aaron Nola, you're probably gonna. I mean, if they're not going to splash
Rookie
move,
died. Rookie died, Greg.
Oh, did he really?
Oh, yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, I know we're talking about wanting to hold Bryce Harper accountable. How about another star on this team? How about Aaron Nola? I mean, at times he looks great, and at times he'll go through stretches
until the fourth inning.
Where he's getting shelled. I mean, tonight he gives up 7 runs. We can't have that from a supposed ace. Now, I know, obviously. What?
What happened?
Are you like on delay or something?
Ryan brings
me?
up Aaron Nola, and then Noah starts his rant about Noah like he's never brought up
Aaron Nola, and then Noah cuts off Tom and says, "You know what?"
And then brings up Aaron Nola.
We're literally talking about Aaron Nola.
You guys are like time traveling.
Elijah Gregg, and I caught that.
No,
I thought it was going
I go
crazy.
stay.
He stays.
Yeah, I stay with Nola.
$11.5 million contract.
I agree he's been frustrating, but Tommy, as you just alluded to, he's not being paid like a big starter. So I'm okay with that price tag for him.
Yeah. I'm not ready to trade him. I just need to see a better performance on the mound.
Did he just break a
I need
record?
to see him look more like a number 1 or number 2 and less like a number 5.
Mm-hmm.
So he still has the
10
ability,
consecutive
right?
strikeouts.
Yeah, got 10 again tonight.
So it's not like, it's not like
you don't catch the fucking baseball. You don't catch the baseball in the big league. It's not a strike. God damn it. God damn it. The catcher needs to catch the ball at Major League Baseball. I say that 12U when umpires call shit strikes at travel ball. If he can't catch it, it's not a strike. Stop it. Takes 2 to tango. He's got to catch the ball.
Valid.
Sorry. I need a win.
Valid.
I need a win.
I need a win. I hear that. I need some positive. I need some wins.
Yeah, go ahead, right.
I was gonna say, Tom, if they don't make a splash move, they should trade him.
Bye.
If they don't go all in, he's your most valuable asset.
Yeah, Nola can go. Nola can
Fucking
go.
slider right down the plate. Nice swing, buddy. Love the breeze. Feels like I'm in behind.
Right underneath of it, try to jack it, loser.
It was a warm day today, Ralph. We could use a breeze.
Yes, yep. We just got one.
I'll keep him if we're in it. If we're out of it, I would consider that's just common sense. Like if we're out of it, I would consider him and Reese guys that I can get something back for because of their contracts.
Yep.
And because you know what I mean, just because of the situations. And there'll be teams out there. I think Noah, you get the most for in return.
Oh yeah,
a haul for it. That's a guy to where I would rather sell him a year early than a year too late, just because of the value.
And his value isn't down because he's having like a little bit of an on and off beginning of the year here.
His value's down just because he's here in Philly.
Yeah,
and because he's being overshadowed by a flat out ace and
because he stinks. So
he doesn't stink, Tor, first off, and the other guy's getting paid to be an ace, so he should be. So what Zach Wheeler's doing, he's getting paid to do. He's getting paid over $20 million.
I'm glad you finally have acknowledged that Wheeler's the ace.
What would I ever argue? It had to be a 1-2 punch of both of them being aces. It seems like you have an agenda because the fact that you wouldn't want Noah to be an ace makes no sense. I want them both being aces. I don't sit at home wondering, which one's better. I want them both to be great. You all got it. You're such an agenda.
Would be nice.
Agenda based.
Agenda based.
Get down. Get down.
Get out.
Damn.
Get out.
Get legs.
Something. Hit a fan, please.
Long. It looked like it was
off the glove.
It did.
Did you notice Corey Dickerson got traded again?
Yeah.
Would have been nice to keep him.
Yeah.
His 15th team in 1 year. It's awesome.
I miss Jay Bruce. I really do.
Well, he retired.
He was like our lightning rod. I know. But
all he did was hit home runs.
He was our leader.
Everybody went on Nola.
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Didi.
Bye.
Oh man, it's just.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not in it, they have to trade him. They have to.
But I keep saying buy. Is there a premise to this? Like, are we just saying go, stay, or go, or like, are we in it? Are we?
No, it's kind of like we would all agree, regardless of if they're in it or not. Nobody's saying goodbye to Wheeler.
Okay. Yes, I get you.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, who
I would be. If I'm totally out of it, I'm trading I want to trade everybody. I gotta really just say, okay, fuck it.
What's his contract, Tom? Like, how many more years do we have of
I
it?
think he signed a 5-year, 120
That's what I'm saying.
million.
Like, I almost want to keep him.
I'm buying a Wheeler
I
jersey
wouldn't want
tomorrow.
to because I'm not winning anything in that stretch. Then it's a whole restart. It'd be a whole restart. Is all my point is. It's not that I don't want to keep Wheeler. It's a
Who
whole.
the hell wants to go through a restart? Honestly,
Well, I didn't do it. They did.
I'm just saying. Like you guys were talking
Wheeler
about this when
signed
my
a-
Wi-Fi was down, and it's like I can't go through that. Like I can't
signed
sit
a
here and
5-year deal.
trade everyone and.
They failed.
You did.
Yeah, I can't sit through that in my life to watch that happen again.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
I gotta take a walk.
The Phillies are allergic to winning.
I can't.
Gotta take a walk.
I gotta take a walk. Where you going?
The Phillies should be paying
Away.
players until they win 10 games in a row. Like they shouldn't be
How
allowed
long,
to have a
how
player.
long will you have DD, right? He's only been here, what, a year or two?
He signed a 2-year deal this offseason. So,
But he was here last.
this year and next year. But he was here last year. Yes.
He's from the Yankees, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Wheeler signed a 5-year, 118 mil.
I'd want to keep DD definitely.
I mean, he only
missing him.
played last year, right? He's been hurt most of the year this year, right?
Yeah. But your best player in your farm system is a shortstop is Bryson Scott. So if you're going to trade somebody, it would be Didi.
Hey.
Can DD play any other position?
Who?
Can DD play like second base?
You have Gene Segura there, unless he's the next guy on the to-go list, and the answer is go.
Well, you can make the Phillies.
You're saying go. You have no team left.
Like, I'll put. By the way, Hector Neris is in the game in the 6th inning. This is amazing.
Well, if you're not blowing it up,
Better than the 9.
if you disagree to the poll, then you're probably keeping everybody right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as simple as that, right?
Well, no.
Well, I mean, if they need to change, right? If we have value with Nola, Hopkins, Reese can go, and if Didi can go, I mean, you could probably get some good return for those 3, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, now I got to trust the guy doing it, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But also, you throw Gene in there too. Gene could provide you good value back. And the way Kutch is rebounded, like Kutch for a month ago wouldn't have gotten you a bag of chips.
Sure.
But now he might get you a 10-piece nugget meal or a 12-piece nugget meal from Chick-fil-A.
Hold the sauce for Greg.
And
No
that's
sauce.
All of it.
before he
No,
starts
you
declining
need the
again.
Chick-fil-A sauce, Greg.
No sauce.
He's a no
gotta
sauce
work the
guy.
sauce.
He doesn't. He hates the sauces of all sorts.
But if you guys are talking,
How do you go to Chick-fil-A and don't like the Chick-fil-A sauce?
Hey,
What's
we
wrong
just
with
not
you?
have the fucking time for this shit tonight.
Oh, Jesus.
oh,
Blow it up, baby! Blow it up!
Can we trade him? Can we trade him?
I might disagree. I might agree to the poll now. Like I was there last week, and I tried to hold out hope again and bring myself back in. I can't watch this anymore. I just get rid of everybody and start with the highest paid guy too. Take back whatever you can get. Call the Dodgers up. What are you willing to give us? Like seriously,
Just be like Jamal Murray's
even had-
girlfriend. Blow it
they
hard
even
until
had
it's all
one-
nice and dry.
Hey-o.
Get it, Frank. Sipper.
Yeah, Frank.
Do they
Frank, stop
even have
drinking,
prospects left? The Dodgers?
Alex Verdugo.
Ah, nice.
That's who we'll get.
Nice. Wonderful.
I don't even care.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Do we care at this point? Like, what do we care about as Philadelphia fans? What is making us happy right now?
Damien.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Jalen Hurts. Jalen fucking Hurts out here looking like Willie Steeman beaming. Like,
Oh my God.
I mean, I can't even rally.
I can't stand it.
We're doing promos of him throwing. I can't. And everybody's sharing it around. Sharing it around.
Yeah,
And
man.
nobody's playing football. I can make that throw. I can make that
can't
throw
stand it.
with the same glasses, the same feet, and make the
The same
damn
hoop.
throw.
Don't forget the hoop.
Yeah.
The one hoop, the Michael Jordan hoop. Don't forget that. You see that every fucking time.
I do love the hoop. I'm not gonna lie to you, but like, I'll put the hoop in and I'll go make the same throw. And we'll call it the Jalen Hurts challenge, or we call it Ben Simmons challenge. All right.
It's brutal being a Philadelphia fan.
Oh my God!
You guys
and no one has done more for kids in the city of Philadelphia than Jalen Hurts ever.
No, what was the direct tweet though, Greg? Because you're making it sound a little bit better than it actually was. It was like,
it's good to have a quarterback here that actually gives back. I think it was.
Yeah, like it's the first. Finally, have a quarterback that gives back to the community, or like finally, or something.
Other guy fed the fucking needy. Are we?
Yeah,
okay?
like 1,000 food trucks.
Like, can we not? Can we just talk about the production on the field? There's going to be some athletes that are great off the field, and there's going to be others that aren't. I don't care. I'm not watching sports, honestly. And this might be so disrespectful. I don't watch sports for what guys do off the field. I just don't. I do not. It's not what like I love. Why this is why we love sports stuff. But like I don't. Food trucks, right? Donations,
weight room.
I don't care. What are you gonna do on Sunday?
Pictures of the hair flip getting into an airplane. Bryce Harper.
Yeah, I can't. The cool shoes. Like I can't.
High five in the Fanatic.
You put a Fanatic on your fucking feet. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Yeah, those sneakers are. You know what they can do? He can take the Fanatic socks and stick it right up his ass. The bottom line is we need guys that are going to produce consistently on the field. Give me 25 of them and call that a baseball team. Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Good night. Good night,
Noah.
See you, Noah.
So
I'm trying to find the exact tweet for you, but go ahead.
No, it's the X button.
Exit.
Like why we're on this topic? Does anybody have exit out? Does anybody have expectations? And I want to hold off because he'll come crawling back. Anybody have expectations for the football team? While we're
I'm
on,
just glad that football's back.
Our football team.
I hate the fact that we're already to this point where like we're looking forward to football season. Like Philly, like the Sixers did us dirty. The Phillies suck so bad that there's literally nothing left to do than look forward to football season, and it's not even July.
I was to say we couldn't even get to July, Greg. We couldn't even get to July.
Yeah,
It's July until it's going to be July in about 90 minutes. So might as well appreciate it. I'm just glad. I mean, going into the season as a whole, we're going to see stadiums back at a near full capacity, and that's going to help the team a little bit, and that's what I'm looking forward to. We're going to see some normalcy for once going into 2021. So
we have nothing to talk about in this city.
Are you really 6'7", 235?
That's where we're going to Eagles football already. Fantasy football rankings are already full. Third, fourth mock drafts already.
Can't.
There's nothing else to talk about in this city from a sports perspective.
I will say this though.
Fucking terrible.
I will say this. I've had issues. I don't know if anybody heard my video yesterday, but I've had issues with Jalen Hurts and completion percentage and A, B, C, and D. But if you understand something else of it, and I know, Nate, you'll probably appreciate this, is he threw the ball 82% of the time in the second half of football games. That's too many for any quarterback, right? Like Mahomes should be doing that. So that's outlandish. Okay. So then factor in one more thing. If you're trying to hold out hope, out of 100 attempts, right? You have to have 100 attempts or more. Second in National Football League at 13.2 yards per completion. So what that tells you is two things. One, they threw the ball way too much with them early on. And two, way too much where? Down the field. So it tells you two things that you hope maybe a new, fresh staff could. Doug even said he went through a lot of things last year. He said it at golf out the other day. Okay? It's just a hard year for him. So chalk it up. All right? Just not being in it. Okay? Bring in new staff. I know he's worked with a great QB coach. and Mr. Avery, because I see all the Instagram posts. So I know he's working on his footwork. Okay. But maybe a new staff and a better play calling and actually running the football. Maybe he can have a good year.
Yeah.
That's the hope I have to hold out for.
You know why I'm dreading? I'm not dreading the year, Tom, but the thing that's holding me back, except for the fact that we're still, to your point, Frank, we're like 80 some minutes away from July. Like, we're not even at July yet, to where I can't be at like peak excitement yet. It's the knowing, like, I'm so confident in this that we're going to have a season where Hurts plays good, right? But not great.
I got something better for you. Go ahead.
And literally the second this season is done, whether they 6 wins, 9 wins, they get in the playoffs and they lose, we're going to be right back with this organization and the whole quarterback thing again. Because that's what this is all mapping out to be, that Hurts is going to be good, but not good enough to have full confidence for the organization to wrap their arms around him. So it's going to be another whole wave of disaster.
How about
whether it's going to be they're drafting a guy or they're going to trade for somebody.
I'll go a step further. And I'll say it here, I don't care if that land is just shit. Because we're all so out, and because we didn't like the pick, right? They're going to win a division this year.
Oh, I thought you were going to go like friggin' big.
I mean,
to be fair, Tom, it doesn't sound outlandish. Looking at the rest of the division, it's still possible that we can rebuild or so call it a rebuild and still win the division. It can happen.
Yeah, they're going to run the football, right? You talk about read options with him running the football too. Okay, they're going to create problems for people. They got a really good offensive line if it stays together and can stay healthy, which is a big if, right? And the same team never wins this division. It's the way it goes. And nobody has us winning division. Usually the team that nobody has winning the division in the NFC East has usually been the team to win the division. You got a last place schedule to play or some shit schedule to play or second to last, whatever it is. Watch. He's going to play well, and they're going to go win the division. Just watch. Watch what happens.
Here you go.
And unfortunately, I got to be the bearer of bad news. That shit ain't going to happen. We got no shot at winning this goddamn division.
Right?
I know we want to try and be positive tonight, but I'm just keeping it real. We got no shot at winning this division. He has everything you want. He checks off all the boxes. He has the look. He has the mental makeup. He does all the outside stuff. He's putting in the work. I'm not doubting the man's work ethic. I'm doubting the man's talent at this level. Just point period. I'm just keeping it frank. I don't think he's
You're keeping it me?
I doubt it from day one. Nate, I'm just saying I know how he goes.
Go get me Deshaun Watson now.
I can take heartbreak from a lot of other sports, but not the Eagles. Because there's nothing like Mondays after an Eagles loss. We all know it. It is fucking terrible the whole week.
Oh, my God. Bob, catch a ball. There's another guy. He can go. I know it's early. I don't care. Go.
Nate, I'll say this. I agree with everything you're saying.
We're moving to first.
I will bet you money. That they're going to win this division. I'll bet you money right now that they win this division.
Don't bet Tom shit because he don't follow through.
What, because of a stupid tattoo over a
Yeah,
player?
it wasn't a stupid tattoo. It was a real bet.
That's all right. Me and Tom have like 5 bets already in the background. So
yeah, I don't even know what
it's an IOU at this point.
I don't even know what I bet on anymore.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll put money up on that all day.
Go get Deshaun Watson, and I'll get excited.
All day I'll put money up on that.
Greg wants the Bill Cosby of the NFL to be our quarterback.
I'll get excited then.
Watch, he's going to have a good year. He's going to have a good year. I know he's going to have a good year because everybody's out. I've been out from day one. I know my video is going to resurface of them drafting him just to spit in my face. I know how this works here. All right? And I know the fact that we're all so out on him and we all don't believe it.
No, it makes complete reverse sense. I get you. You're absolutely right.
That's where I'm going here.
That's what we said about Ben Simmons. It ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to work. Let's get over it.
Nobody 10K. I ain't going there, Trump. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don ain't going there, man.
The Don.
I just think
there's a fanboy.
if they can run the football, and create play action. And you already know he can make plays outside the pocket. We already know this.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
I don't even trust Sanders, though, Tom.
I don't
really
trust Miles. I trust Kerryon Johnson more than Miles, right? I trust.
Yeah, I don't trust Sanders,
more than
man.
Miles. I love the Kerryon Johnson bring-in. I love that.
Yep.
If he can stay healthy.
Yeah, man. Like Sanders.
Kerryon Johnson. I love the kind of
He
game.
shows flashes, but he has not been able to do it for 16 games, and then we just added another game.
Small running back, right?
They're all the same size.
You're such a friggin' issue.
I'm just gonna say this.
Big time.
They're literally the same size.
I'm starting to like the Nick Sirianni hire, and I'll tell you guys why. Because I think he brings a little of excitement and can bring some juice. And I think being a younger guy sometimes can help you in sports. It can refresh things. It can bring a sense of positivity. Everybody on that staff is excited to be there, and I think we create an environment of being excited to be there, and you have players on this football team. Let's not act like there's not players on this football team. We had how many different offensive line combinations last year? If this offensive line stays healthy, and it's an if, this is a damn good football team. I don't want to hear nothing else. It's a good football team. If you're talking about top 5 offensive line,
they want to prove everybody wrong because everybody has them down, and I think they're playing with a chip on their shoulder. So that will help.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That would help. But
And the other thing too is Sirianni brings in a completely brand new culture. You know, maybe there is an entire point to rock, paper, scissors, and you know, looking into this guy, how this guy got into coaching. This guy overall, the whole culture wise, he reminds me a lot of Minnesota's PJ Fleck for some reason. Just that row the boat culture that Sirianni is going to bring, and I think it's going to take time to fully embrace it. But you know, if it works year one, it works year one.
No,
I mean, DC. I think I said that last week.
I love Jonathan Gannon.
I like the DC.
You know,
he got something about him.
Well, you know, I'll tell you exactly what that thing is. It's the day one. First off, it took him like 4 months to even get in front of a camera for a press conference, which I like. You know what I'm saying? Because Jim Schwartz couldn't wait to get to the friggin' presser. He was asked about the whole system and everything, what his system is, and he said to the media, "I have no system. My system are my players." Like, Jesus God. Like, I understand. Like, I appreciate Jim because he's a part of a Super Bowl team. But how long have we been asking for that to be said in this organization? As far as I'm going to build my system around what my players do, not the other way around. We're not going to try and format our players to what our system is. So, I mean, just in that sense, it's refreshing.
Yeah, I completely agree, Ray. I completely agree. I get a good feel from him.
Frank said it's about culture. You know, I think you're just bringing in a younger staff, and you're creating a different type of culture. And your veteran players, you already know, can play if they can stay on the football field. So, you know, Devontae Smith, obviously a huge upgrade, right? Your offense should be a lot better, especially on the outside. Your defense has the makings of a front that led the National Football League in sacks or second. So, I mean,
you added Kerrigan. You added
another guy up front, right? And then, you know, the only thing this team's missing is a corner too. And I know that's a lot.
Yeah,
but that's like, if you look at this defense, like that's the glaring, okay, who's playing that position? If they can figure out a way before the season starts to find a reliable name out there, this defense can be good.
Well, I'll give you the name. I'll give you the name, and he's not great anymore. I don't even like. He would be serviceable. But going back to Frank, your point about culture and what we talk about culture, which has been one of the biggest problems with this organization the last handful of years because they've been smelling themselves. I understand that you're not getting the same player like he was in Seattle and San Francisco. Bring me Richard Sherman today. Because he has that dog mentality. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that'll rub off on some of the young guys. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's better than anybody that you have right now. At least on that second cornerback role.
How about this guy, Rye? If not him, you could probably trade a third for him.
Gilmore? I mean, yeah. I mean, because he's holding out. He's not going to camp.
Yeah,
right?
Trade a third for him. Get a deal done with him.
But you got to pay him, right?
Yeah, pay his ass. Have him and Slay out.
Yeah, I'll take that. Gilmore was a beast.
Yeah, and I hear you, Benny's Nation. He says Sherman wants to play for a contender. Well, how's that going for him? He's sitting in his couch right now. He's sitting in his house.
Yep.
Yeah, but why?
Look,
Can't,
the first article that comes up is Dallas Cowboys named ideal landing spot for him.
no, Gilmore.
Yeah, or no,
Sherman.
If we sign Sherman, I get to bust out my my Seattle Seahawks Sherman jersey that I bought after he
I hated him on that
he
team.
locked up Crabtree and went nuts on Aaron Andrews.
That was
a great promo.
That's
Benny,
amazing.
you're not paying Gilmore because I'm paying Gilmore whatever he wants because I'm getting the best corner in football. So
Blank check, slide it across.
How
whatever
old is
you
he,
want.
Tom? How old is he?
30 or 31.
You can have whatever you want.
Right, I finally found that tweet. When's the last time we had a QB invested in working with youth as much as QB1 Jalen Hurts does?
Last year.
Last year.
Literally 7 months
Like
ago.
everyone we've had.
That was the best one. That was the best one.
My God. No, not even 7 months. Like 5 months ago, for God's sakes.
30, Rye.
30?
I can't believe this ending's still going, dude.
I turned it off. I'm on the basketball.
Bases loaded, 2 outs.
4 years. I'll give him a 4
Near
year
is still.
right now.
There's 35 pitches.
Who's saying no to that? 4 year deal right now.
No one.
Not me.
Especially in the NFL where the years don't matter.
Yep.
4 year deal. Gilmore, Slay, let's go to work. And now you have a top 10 defense because you have the best corner in football who can play man, and now you're literally playing 11 on 10. You have 10 guys that can do different. Now you have your other 10 guys don't have to worry about anything else. That guy literally can go man to man, and you can do whatever you want with the rest of your defense. Like it literally allows Belichick to do that.
Is that real
Every
life?
game he plays in.
Yeah, is that actually true?
Right?
What?
Fake
Yes,
news.
It's true.
No
Ugly,
way.
Shit.
ugly score theater out there.
Wow.
I don't think we've scored 20 runs in like a month.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would love
And
to.
if we did score 21 runs in a month, we probably blew it away.
And we lost by 2 still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lost 22 to 20.
Yep.
Dog fight. I'll
Yeah,
just
I
give
mean-
the tip of 20. You know what I mean? Just give me the tip of 20. I don't need the whole thing.
Tom, if you would have asked me that question about Gilmore a month ago, I would have said, hell no, we're trying to get younger. But a big reason why I would say yes, other than the fact that I just need something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Like a move like that makes me think, okay, well, you're trying to win now, all that stuff. And also you're getting a really good player in return. But like we have to go back to it, right? Like if you go Band-Aid move, then your likelihood, if you're going to be just a mediocre team or bad team, is you're going to address the cornerback spot in the draft. But then we're going back to the whole, well, you got to hit in the draft. Like I would rather, while he's a little bit
draft
older,
we just had.
well, we hit on him enough. I know you're not a Devontae guy, but
No.
we hit on him.
I wouldn't just talk about that. I'm just talking about other places to pick cornerback, and we did it.
Oh yeah. Like in the first 5 rounds that we
Yeah.
could have, and I think we took one.
Yeah,
guy
that
in the
wasn't a
first-
shot at Devontae. No.
No, but it's a shot at freaking Zach McPherson.
Zach.
I call him Zach because he has 2 names. Like
Anybody with a name like that can't play. So I mean,
No.
I'm a name guy. He stinks. But
Loser.
Gilmore and Slate you have for the next few years, and you actually give yourself a chance to compete for a
Yeah,
division
you
that's
do.
up in the air. So why not? Why not? Like, if you have an opportunity on a division that's not really good enough, why not try to go win it?
James, they check everybody nowadays, bud. Every reliever comes out and gets checked.
That is funny, though. That is
And
funny.
yes, you have picks to get younger late next year. Like Ethan says, you have the picks next year to get younger. Right now, go address a glaring need and say, you know what? Gilmore and Slay might be the best combo in football, right? And when you start having combos like that, you start getting wins.
Well, you need a combo like that in this division with all the wide receivers that we'd go up against.
And
You
think
know
about
what I
our front. Think about our
Yeah,
front. With them type
Combos
of
are
corners.
delicious.
Our front would eat up with those corners.
Yeah, they would. It would help. It would definitely help.
I mean, and then real quick while we're still on Eagles, Zach Ertz. You know, I mean, I feel like we've been saying this for like 3 months, but now we have Eagles. Well, no, that the trade is imminent. We keep hearing this, like, oh, Bills, Eagles. But now even Merrill Reese is saying it to where, like, I feel like we have to trust him because A, he doesn't come out with reports, and B, it's Merrill Reese. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's getting old.
Yeah, I
That's
just want to
true.
know what they're going to get back for him. That's all.
I think it's foolish for anyone to
Rounder.
get more than a 4th.
Yeah.
Probably a
Because if
seventh
you were
and a
getting
punter.
more than a fourth, he would have been gone.
Just
When
that's
teams
that's
are
it.
saying
Just
Stephon
that.
Gilmore. Sorry, Tor.
Go ahead.
No, when teams are saying Stephon Gilmore a third, I might only be able to get a fifth for Zach Ertz.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt Milano.
Maybe.
I would love it, Greg. I would
I would
love
love
it.
it too. I
But
don't
it
think
won't
it's going to happen if we get a
It's going to
player
be
out
a
of it.
seventh and a punter.
Like him.
Well, we
like,
need
I'm
a
almost-
punter.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, do we still not have one of those?
Well, as of right now, I was looking at the depth chart.
Why
The
did I
current
ask?
Of
depth
course you
chart.
are.
Why
We
did I-
have Aaron
I'm sorry.
Saipas, an Australian professional football punter for the Eagles, who previously played for the AFL St. Kilda of the Aussie Football League.
What's
would like
more
to-
the backstory, Frank?
I would like to formally apologize for asking that question.
Is that like similar to the Canadian fireman who was an offensive lineman?
Danny Watkins? Oh no, that was. Excuse
That
me.
was
I
Danny
mean-
Watkins. You're right.
Was it? Was it?
Yeah, with Watkins.
I mean, nothing goes together like Australian footballers and National
At
Football
20,
League
at
punters.
27 years old, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, he was an
Exactly.
old fart.
Yeah. Played two downs.
But where do you think? I'll go around the horn, and then in the chat, let us know, fam. What team do you think he'll actually be on at the start of the year? And what do you think, if you believe he's going to be gone, which I think we all do at this point, what do you think we will get in return for him? Gut feeling.
Realistically, probably a fourth rounder.
And what team will he be on?
But I mean, Buffalo makes so much
Mm-hmm.
sense because I think there's just one tight. They're another weapon for Josh Allen.
Well, yeah, I mean, your tight end is Dallas Knox. You know what I mean? So you don't have a true
Hey, it's Dawson Knox, and he was
Dawson
on my
Knox,
fantasy
whatever.
team. Listen, he was my fantasy freaking.
And I
secret
think they
weapon.
even have the kid O'Leary, like Arnold Palmer's like grandson. I think is still on the roster.
Hey, can we get him? Can we get him in return? Can we get him in return for Zach?
Kid from Florida State.
I'll take him. Got it in the blood. Got it in the genes.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes the most sense. What are we getting back? Yeah, Cole Beasley, a bag of chips.
Cole Beasley.
Fuck, I'll take Cole Beasley.
I was gonna
No,
say, like, what?
I love
Why not?
Cole
No,
Beasley.
I know why Greg said Cole Beasley.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Explain yourself, Greg.
Nate. Where do you think Zach Ertz will be at the start of the year, and how much do you think we're getting?
I don't fucking know. I'll be honest. I don't fucking know, man. He could be used anywhere, man. I honestly want to keep him. I really do. I wish they could work something out with him because it's going to really help Jalen.
I'm with you.
It'll really help Jalen. It'll open everything up, going double tight. I think what's that, 12 personnel that they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Where you get the two tight ends out there. You got, Rager or Fulgham and, Smith on the outside with a single back. It causes a lot of problems from a mismatch, perspective. And Sirianni comes from that kind of dual tight end look anyway. But with them re-signing Rodgers again, I mean, I guess that's the sign that, Ertz is kind of gone. So, I mean, I saw in the report, too, that Buffalo is kind of in the lead. I mean, Buffalo makes sense, but so does Seattle. I think he'd be a fucking problem out in Seattle as well.
Is he going to get Mitchell Trubisky back from the Bills for Zach Ertz?
Yeah, man. So,
I'm watching for a year. I'll take the year off.
I'm thinking maybe – I think you guys are about right. Maybe a fifth-round pick, maybe with some bonuses in there to make it a fourth. You know what I mean? But I'm not – at this point, I'm not expecting a lot of Hall. It's nice to talk about. It's a long stay, a fan favorite here in Philly. It'd be sad to see him go, but, damage is done. He'll probably end up in Buffalo, fuck around and win a ring.
Yeah. I mean,
Fuck around and win a ring. But that's my time, y'all. Money Pot, Sunday, 10 o'clock. I think my guy John said it already, 80%. I don't think I'm on that high fire like that, but I'm doing
Hey, that's a great number, 80%. I'll say that.
80% is pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But make sure y'all check us out, man. Ladies, gentlemen, check y'all later.
See you,
See you, Nate. See you, brother.
Hold on. I feel like, where's the leave button? I can't see it.
can't.
That creepy, weird smile as he leaves, looking like fucked up Ben Roethlisberger, right?
Damn.
I'm out of here,
Oh.
y'all.
Later.
See you, brother.
Oh man.
We
Burn
can
them
get
way out.
we
So
can get
I'll
everybody's favorite Temple guy, Tyler Matakevich, back for Zach
I'll
Ertz.
say I'm thinking Buffalo of anywhere, but if I agree on the other end. Like I would just figure out a way to keep them.
Yeah, we talked
Tommy,
about this couple. You and I, Tom, we argued for so long about the Zach Ertz thing, but I've completely flipped to where just for the basis alone of just helping the quarterback with some, you know what I'm saying, with some familiarity. The funny thing and about Nate, he actually named the team I actually think he's going to go to. If it's not Buffalo, like it's easy for me to say Buffalo because that's the team mentioned. I think Seattle makes honestly the most sense because all they have out there, they use a bunch of different tight ends. They have Will Dissly. They had Greg Olson last year, so there's really no big time face, and they love using their tight ends. And they're obviously still in win now mode right now. So I'll go a little outside the box. I'll go Seattle for a 5th round pick. And I feel like I'm being aggressive by even saying 5th.
Yeah, I mean, he could go there. Merrill didn't even know how many weeks ago he said it. So you take that. I'm reading an article right now. He didn't even know how many weeks ago he said it. So
Merrill's still reeling from hearing Zoom off leaving. So
I'll just say this: like they don't have to, obviously. So we'll see what they decide to do.
yeah, I mean, I know Tommy. I know you and I early in the offseason, would go back and forth. Is why are we looking to break up, the former quarterback and his favorite weapon, the tight end? Now we obviously know what happened just because you base it off of age, right? You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that when you have a new quarterback where you're rebuilding? Why would you do that? Now, obviously, we know how that turned out for the other guy, and it just seems logical that it's going to turn out the same for this guy. But I agree. I wouldn't get rid of him, especially for nothing, right? I mean, if you get bowled over and someone really wants him, cool, I get it. Let's go. Because it makes your team better. But if it doesn't make your team better, why do you got to get rid of him?
It's a new staff, new things. Like, why not just keep them?
Yeah. Patch it up and let's go to work.
Yeah, give him a 3-year deal, pay the guy a little bit of money, and he can play at a high level till he's 33. I mean, come on. Let's have some common sense here. It's not like he's 35, and you're going to take a 5th-round pick back because that's what you're going to get. If Stephon Gilmore is in the range of a 3rd and then obviously incentives maybe to go to a 2nd, then what makes you think Zach Ertz is more than a 4th if you're lucky? If you're lucky, I think you're like the 5th round, maybe even later, because teams know you have to get rid of them.
Yeah,
your hands are tied. Yep.
Yeah, you really don't have any leverage in this because of the fact that he's come out and said that I want out. So it's not that you're not going to get anything higher, in my opinion, than a 4th. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, nor should you.
Yeah.
So why not patch it up, bring him back, and now your offense is even more explosive. When you talk about having Ertz and Devontae Smith, come on, man.
You go back to
go ahead, Greg.
No, so you go back to your offense being dangerous at multiple levels, right?
Yep.
You go with the run game, then you go that mid-level where your tight ends live and sit, and then obviously that deep threat, which we lost that deep threat. So now you sit there and you team up some of these young wide receivers, with Smith and then the other bunch of guys and see if they can play, and then you add that middle tier, and it's just it makes it look a lot better than it might actually really be.
And there's only one player you double on this on the offense side of the football right now, and that's Devontae Smith. There's no other double worthy guy. So when you add Zach Ertz, you add another guy you have to worry about defensively, which is so important.
Yep.
And that creates space for Smith. Rager creates space for everybody else. When teams have to worry about stuff, Don said Lightning going to be the next dynasty. Yeah.
Yeah, they won again tonight. Just 1-3-1.
Jetsy say Indy makes sense. I get you. But I don't think Indy's trading picks us again.
No, I don't think that's going to happen either.
Unless they're able to fleece us again.
Yeah.
Right. The Patriots, no, Dennis, they already have 2 tight ends.
They just paid Hunter Henry too.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would
And
love that.
the guy from the Titans too, they signed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would love that.
Johnu.
John Smith.
I'll give him a third in Ertz for Gilmore. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I'll give him more than that. There was a report out though to switch it up to some basketball. There was a report out, and something I know we talked about Monday, and I'll continue to talk about it. I know the value here is down on Mr. Ben Simmons, and rightfully so, but the value around the National Basketball Association is not. Okay, because like I said on Monday, there's 10 teams out there, I promise you, that value this son of a bitch as generational. Okay, because one, there's nerds, and one, there's people who aren't in tuned. Right, you hear Magic Johnson, right? There's more people like that in roles, in executive roles, that believe a change of scenery is all he needs. Okay, because there's clueless people. There's clueless people that aren't in the inner workings and feel the day to day like we do here in Philadelphia. So what I'm going to tell you is that there is value and big time value out there for Ben Simmons still, if the Sixers decide to move him. And the Sixers remain able to beat out most trade packages for a star. And one of them was including a rumored Brandon Ingram package, just to throw it out there. But the point of it is they remain able to beat out most trade packages for a star. If you talk about Damian Lillard, people brought the Knicks up, right, and some other teams. No. There isn't a basketball team that has more to offer for Damian Lillard than the Philadelphia 76ers.
You're so funny you brought that up, because there was a report that just came out about 30 minutes ago that the Knicks are interested in packaging rising star R.J. Barrett in a deal for star guards like Portland's Damian Lillard or Washington's Bradley Beal.
Go get Beal. Screw that, because that's not enough. That's not enough for.
It's not enough.
Lillard. Last thing, then guys go. And I said it Monday. It's like I like to say it again because it's that true. If Lillard and Embiid play together, this team goes and wins 2 championships, and we walk down broad twice. That's how positive I am in this. You want spacing? There's your spacing. Your big man's never going to catch the ball at the perimeter. All right, he might shoot a 3 or a couple threes, which is fine. But he's not like running your offense from the top of the key. That's Damian Lillard. You want to win championships? You want to cut nets down in this city? Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, picks, I don't care. They can go. You got to make the deal. Because Maxey and Simmons alone, there is nobody offering a better package around the National Basketball Association, and I guarantee you that. And that's even without picks. There is not.
Tom, I want to ask you and everybody, because this came out this afternoon, and it's tough for me because at the end of the day, if this is what it comes down to, I think it's going to be close. But either way, coming out of Cleveland today, there was a trade scenario. And I want to know if you guys got to the point where all the other options were exhausted. The Damian Lillards, the Bradley Beals, the Brandon Ingrams, all those were either not on the table or just not available. The proposed trade out of Cleveland was Colin Sexton, Kevin Love, and an unprotected top 10 pick for Ben Simmons.
Done. Because I think Kevin Love will want to play basketball a little bit if he had a chance to win, too. So I think you could see a version of a bench Kevin Love that can help your basketball team, too. So I look at it like that. I'm trying to win right now. There's a whole week waiting to win, and I get younger there because, again, I got to create space. I need a guard who can create. We're watching it happen. The teams that are moving on are the teams that have guard play and big men. Hence the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
yeah.
You need guard play and if you have a big man and guard play, you are going to NBA Finals. If you don't have that guard play and just the big man, you're early exits. That's how it works. You need a perimeter guy who can stretch it and it can create his own shot. That's the difference. Colin Sexton create his own shot. A top 10 unprotected pick from who, us?
Protected.
Protected top 10.
Protected. All right.
You're giving me a pick? I don't even like picks, but you're giving me a pick, sure.
I mean, the more you say it, Tom. I think I'd be fine with that deal.
He's not generational like Ben Frank.
Right, I know.
Or the opportunity to be there.
I know.
But he's not scared to shoot the fucking basketball. And Joel Embiid goes for 30, 35 a night playing with a guy like Colin Sexton in the perimeter. Is it as good as Dame? Am I guaranteeing championships? No. But it's good.
You have a point guard that will actually shoot the ball. So there's that.
Yeah.
So there's
Would
that
you
plus.
do it, Ralphie?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, two guys that need a change. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
From both sides.
The only reason why I think about it, because I like Colin Sexton and Kevin Love, like John was asking, do we trade Tobias? No, not necessarily, because he could easily play backup 5 and backup 4.
Yeah, I'm not trading Tobias in this. I'm
not trading Tobias,
especially the Cleveland deal. Like, I need Tobias now to be my third option. Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
I just don't know, based off of Colin Sexton, I don't know if day one we're closer to a championship with that. I'm not saying Colin Sexton can't be a defined number 2 against, alongside of Embiid, and he obviously has way more scoring capabilities and willingness than Ben Simmons, all that stuff. I just don't know, in an offseason where we're trying to definitely get closer to a title, or at least getting to a finals, or an Eastern Conference Finals, I don't know if that move makes us closer. But I also don't know if it came down to it where the two options are either take that deal or keep Simmons. I'm not in love with then just keeping Simmons. Like, I feel like I might have to take that deal. You know what I mean?
Just to see something different.
Yes, just because
like
I
just to not bash your head against the wall. I get you, because I'm in that middle zone too, right? Like, I see the benefit of making that deal, but I also sit there and I go, is that enough? You know what I mean? Like, and everyone who said, yes, there's absolutely benefits to that deal, right? But you sit there and I go, like, to me, that isn't enough. Mm-hmm. Now, you said unprotected first?
No,
now I'm in.
Protected, yeah.
But protected first? Because now you're talking about protected first. They're going to get better. It's top 10 protected. When will we ever see it? It's probably going to be in the 20s anyway, right? But, again, you go talking – it's funny, Tom, you brought up Brandon Ingram. There was a point in that draft lead-up where I wanted Brandon Ingram.
I know you did.
Yeah,
I remember.
There was a point, and then I switched naturally, thinking, the smart way. But I would love Brandon Ingram. I would love to team Brandon Ingram up with Ben. But yeah,
but listen, when Sexton's walking in averaging 24 a night, so it's not like, and he's only going up every year, right? When you look at guys rising, right? He's rising from 16 a game to 20 to 24, right? And there is talks about him being a little, there's rumors about being a little hoggish and stuff like that, but. It's also how many different coaches has he played for, right? And then you bring him with a guy like Doc and Sam Cassell, right? And I think you can grow him quicker than in the environment he's in now. And when you're playing with a big man like Joel, you have to take the second role. Like it's not going to fly.
To exactly, Tom. To your point, like, listen, is Colin Sexton a perfect player anywhere close? No, but I can't stand the whole thing and. Everybody's saying, oh, he's
another
a ball
solo.
hog, all that.
Another solo.
What was that?
Another solo.
Oh my God.
Harper?
It's a dry rub. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a tease.
Dry rub down.
It's a friggin' tease.
Tickle my balls.
Oh my God.
What are they down? What are they losing now? 4 runs?
Fucking waving.
10-6.
Oh, they put the hat on them too.
Waving.
I'll sell out merchandise. Anyone saying that he's a ball hog, I get it. But we have to remember, he has to score on that team. He has to. That's not you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a well-rounded roster.
It's so funny because, you say that, and, Tom just said what he said about, Sexton. And it's like, I don't want to name the guy because I don't want to trigger anybody. But it's like, we don't give that, like Tommy especially, like won't give that guy a pass, but then we'll give that pass to Colin Sexton about being on a bad team, playing for multiple coaches. When the other guy, aforementioned trigger name, gets brought up, and it's just like, oh no.
Who's the trigger? Ben?
No. The trigger.
Harden?
Zach Levine.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
That's
Hey.
He's been there a while though.
No, he has. You're right.
Yeah.
He has. He's been in Chicago for a while.
Yeah, I mean he's been stench for a while.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works. I think I can get Colin Sexton young enough to get him out of an environment.
Absolutely. And you're right. Different scenarios. Completely.
And he's playing with one of the best players in basketball. I think that helps him in his maturation. But no, I mean I'm all in for Dame. Like I said, it's not like we're settling for less. Brandon Ingram.
I just don't know what that trade. Going back to Monday, Tom, I don't know what that trade looks like because it's so weird. Like, would they really do Ben for Ingram 1-on-1?
Does that Does that include Lonzo?
No, Lonzo. Well, Lonzo would have to be a sign and trade, and he's going to get a bag. That's the problem. Like, and Tom, the other name you brought up on Monday was Josh Hart. Those guys are going to get paid way more than they're making right now. So
Lonzo's not going to get paid that much more. But yeah, I hear you. I don't think he's.
I forgot I forgot that's why he kept coming up because he was an expiring contract.
Like
I don't think he's getting max money, but he's going to.
No, but he's getting paid way more than $10 million.
Yeah, but can we afford? Hypothetically, can we afford that? Don't we have one of them options available?
$9 million trade exemption.
Yeah.
I would love Lonzo running my point for this basketball team. I'm almost at the point, right? Greg, you're gonna laugh at this. I'm almost at the point. If I had Lonzo, I might go to Broad too.
Well, you're probably teaming Lonzo and Brandon Ingram next to the big guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree with that assessment.
Now,
That's a perfect fit. Oh my God!
You get two. You get it would be packaged around Ben, right? That would be
Ben, George, and a pick.
No, they'd probably give Maxey.
Yeah.
See, it's tough because then I get in that fork in the road again.
Yeah, Lonzo's running my point.
But Lonzo's there, so he's playing the role of Maxey.
I know. I just love having the Lonzo.
That's kind of like the
Maxey
same thing
off the bench.
Yeah. No, I get you. But that's like the same thing with Dame. Like why you're willing to give up Maxey with Dame is because your highest on Maxey's never going to be Dame.
Yeah,
I think Maxey can get the Lonzo point, but to get Brandon Ingram on top of it.
Yeah, and Lonzo's such an unselfish point guard too.
Yeah.
And he's.
I never thought I'd say those many nice things about a ball player.
I know.
I can't.
Pretty crazy, huh?
Listen, I'm tired. I mean, he's a pimp, and he's developed his game.
Yeah, he's
right?
not just like Simmons. That's wrong.
Yeah, and his shooting has been better over the course of his years.
And playing when it beat, his three ball gets even better.
Yeah, because they're more wide open.
He's a guard that's gotten more efficient and actually does his job.
And I don't even need Ingram. Like I can keep the bias. Like I can just figure out a way to get Lonzo. But my point is, like I want Lonzo Ball. You know what I mean? Or really, I want Dame Lillard. But these are other options. Like I would rather have Lonzo over Bradley Beal. And people are going to tell me
literally want anybody.
But people are going to tell me I'm insane. But I'd rather have Lonzo over Beal. Beal's too banged up for me.
That'd be interesting if that really if that was like hypothetical gun to your head like that. If that was a scenario, that would be interesting because you're right. I mean, there's the youth factor, there's the age factor, there's the I've been in Washington my whole career factor, right? Like I've never won, and I'm not trying to say he's never won, but he's never won. But he did win at Florida, right? So what is that? How far removed are you from Florida? So that's an interesting scenario. I don't know.
I do think it's interesting something with Beal, and I heard it this morning, and it could, if Dame decides to say, it could be said for him. And I'm not saying that I love all of these players like the Hardens and the Anthony Davises deciding in the middle of their contracts to just get up and leave. But there's a point in your career, especially when you spend 9+ years in Portland like Dame has, or it seems like how many years has Beal been in Washington? 5, 6?
40.
His whole career, yeah.
80?
He's
drafted by him, so he's been there his whole career.
Yeah. So there's a point where you have to think, well, if you're just okay with staying status quo and staying there, Are you just one of those guys where you're cool with just taking the money and just chilling?
Yeah, but the only thing I'll say about Lillard is he's won there. Not one championship, but he's won there. He's won.
Yes.
2 years ago, he was in the Western Conference Finals 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'll say about him. Like if he stays, he's just that confident in himself, which makes me love him. But the fact of the matter is, he's smart enough to know if I go to Philly with Embiid, I'm winning a championship.
Yep, absolutely.
He has to be smart enough to know how the NBA works.
And it's not like Dame's been to the
Kobe,
playoffs.
Shaq. Ralphie, you didn't hear me say this, but it is like Kobe, Shaq. That's how I compare them to if they teamed up together. That's how dominant it is. You're talking about 230-plus guys.
Yeah, on the same team in that pick and roll. Have fun. Pick your poison, dude. Pick your poison with that pick and roll.
Good
like
night.
I've been saying, Dame Lillard would be a perfect fit for the Philadelphia 76ers. Finally get a point guard that can have the playmaking abilities like Dame and can shoot the ball as well. From range, too. From range. And it also spreads the floor even more, and it's not going to be congested down low for Embiid.
Ralphie, do you still have that screenshot I sent you after Tom and I did the show of that trade that we came up with? I want, if you can find it, because I don't have it on my phone anymore. It should be in WhatsApp somewhere. Can you read it to Greg, Torrey in the chat? Because I want to get, and Frank also.
Yeah,
which one was it? Was it the Dame one?
The Beal one. The Beal one. Because I don't think I think if you got Bradley Beal here, I think it would have to be a 3-teamer.
Ralphie, I'm moving you for a second because I want to
go right ahead.
I just want to do some reads. Pay some of the bills here. You know what I mean? So let me look professional here. Like fucking ESPN First Take. Let me sit in the middle like a lady. And for a second. And then you can put baby back in the corner. I don't care. Let me get to it. First off, we got the A2D memberships. I've been talking about it for a while. You spend $9.99 a month on stupid shit. I know you all do because I do too. All right. But we got tons of things. Not only the weekly sports picks from Money Pop Podcast and Willie Vegas. We got members only live stream shout outs and always appearances on shows. We got jerseys. We're going to start giving away. All right. So we got all these. I mean, Harper's a fraud, but we still have it.
I'm in on the Ben Simmons.
We got the
where's your
JoJo.
Simmons?
The
So
JoJo one's nice.
Giveaways all the time. You get 20% off A2D merch. You get 20% off at all campus for all your team hats. You're going to have a Q&A starting soon with Tori, all right, where she's going to give you once a weeker, part of the members only live stream, like our only fans. She won't take nothing off. I can promise you that. So slow down and stay out of DMs, all right? Slow down and stay out of DMs. But I digress. $9.99 a month. We'll drop the link in there. Go check it out. We got a lot of members already. Become a member. It helps grow A2D. And if you don't want to become a member, that's fine too. Subscribe, like, and that works as well. But become a member. Let's go. We got a lot of things to offer. Everybody that's a member knows it. They know it already. And the all campus, you're down in Ocean City, you walk right in the store. You're an A2D member, and John knows you are, 20% off, right? And then he's going to get the online store up, and we're going to have a discount code for you. And you're going to use the discount code, and it can get you 20% off on the online store. So all your team hats, jerseys, all this shit covered for you. And listen, while we're at it, because you got to take care of yourself. All right? It's important to take care of yourself.
The best.
Get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. I'm telling you, Lawnmower 4.0, zip, zippity-doo, da. Okay, and then you add the ball deodorant on there.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Feeling fresh and so clean.
Have you guys practiced this?
Not practice. Are you kidding me?
No, when you have them, you gotta plug it.
There's no notes for a reason. And this is why some people are just great at their job. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Smell good. Get cleaned up. All right? And if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your loved ones. All right? Simple. Use that code A2D at manscaped.com. Not only 20% off the free shipping, and send us a screenshot. Steve's got a giveaway he's doing. All right? So send us a screenshot, and you get entered in the giveaway too. So send it to any of our A2D socials when you use the code.
I love Steve. He's like Captain Giveaway.
He loves giving stuff away.
He's always got stuff to give away.
No, I mean people should be thankful. You know what I mean? Yeah, people should be thankful. Guys been begging for 6K so he gives something away. I mean, Madomskis. You know what I mean? How many times you got that? Do it. So yeah, use the code. And then what was the topic? Why I was?
Oh, Ralphie? Did you find the?
Yeah, I got it. Yep.
Okay.
Yo, and become a member. I want a member by the end of this show. The joke. The joke. Got to keep saying it. $9.99 a month. Gamble and you're making money. Grow up. Look at all the guys. Look at all the members telling you to become a member.
Don, love it. So Johnny was in here earlier.
Johnny's always here, baby. Got a Facebook just so he can come on shows. I love it. I love it.
Ralphie.
What's up? The trade.
Yeah.
So I'll go quick.
Today, Junior.
I'll go quick. 3-team trade with the
What up,
Sixers,
Kels?
Warriors, and Wizards. Excuse me. Sixers will be getting Bradley Beal. The Warriors will be getting Ben Simmons. The Wizards would be getting Wiggins, Thibault, Wiseman, 2021 first from the Sixers, and a 2022 second for 22 first round pick, excuse me, from the Warriors.
I don't know. I like Bradley Beal a ton, but I just feel like he's not going to play. He's going to get banged up. It's been his whole career. He's always banged up. Dame plays fucking 70-plus games a year.
If Dame's off the table.
I don't know, because Ben's going to play 70-plus freaking games, and at least I know I'm good in the regular season. Like, I don't know. I can't have a guy who's banged up.
Yeah, but do you care what happens in the regular season if you see what happens in the playoffs?
Yeah, Bradley Beal had a hamstring during the playoffs this year. I saw what happened. We played him.
I recall.
So I mean, I don't know. It's not as simple as just like, okay, this guy's stats are better. We know Bradley Beal's better. It's not even about losing there. I'm not even worried about that when it comes to him. I'm worried about the injury concerns, and he's only
just recently too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because 3 years ago, 2017 he played 82, 2018 played 82. Then last year was 57 naturally, and then this year was 60 out of what? 60 out of 62, right? 72. They missed 12, yeah.
And at the end, I don't know. I mean, it's a good deal because I keep Maxey. So in terms of that, I like the deal, right? Knowing that I keep Tyrese, and I'm only losing Thibault. So like, yeah, I do like it.
28.
I do like it. I'm not out on it, right? Like I'm more 75-25. I would do it, right? It's just that I do sit on it for a second and say,
And I agree. I disagree with Dennis saying that that's a lot to get for Beal or to give up for Beal, because technically all we're giving up is Simmons, who we want out anyway, Thibault, and a pick. That's all we're giving up.
Yeah, but that pick's this year though, right? That was the 2021 pick.
Yeah, but it's the 28th pick in the
No, I know, but that's in theory the only pick that we have. Right,
yeah, which is okay. I mean, because I keep Maxey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't really, and then you have two guys. I mean, we're not expecting Joe or B-Ball Paul to be like superstars, but you have two guys that you know that can play on this roster. You know what I'm saying? Like, unlike other teams in this city, us hitting on, we definitely hit on one, but we probably hit on two guys to where they're both going to be able to play in the NBA. That takes some pressure off of this draft.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, listen, you win with veterans too. So I mean, I need Danny Green back. I know people are laughing at this. I think George Hill is back. I want him back because I want to have a full year with him.
He can't be that, and he can't be any worse.
He can't be any worse.
He stinks. Come on.
I have Shake Milton back, right? I'm just thinking of like the bench pieces I have.
Do you think Danny Green? You think we could sign Danny Green?
According to Keith Pompey today, he says Danny's out.
Yeah, that's what somebody in the chat earlier said too.
Yeah, I don't.
How do you guys
know
feel about those comments though? By Danny?
I don't know that he's going to necessarily be in our range to sign him back. I agree, Tommy. Him alone wins us that series. Him being here.
Oh, absolutely.
Doc said he's not going anywhere, and Danny said that. The Doc said that to him. So Keith Pompey can shove it up his ass. He's going off of what he said about Ben yesterday. And if you read the whole thing and read the whole statement, it's not as bad as it sounded in the two clipping.
Oh yeah, exactly, Tommy.
I love the quote. I love the quote.
I know.
The quote's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm saying that if you read the whole thing, there's context to it and understanding of it more than just the two sentences per se, or the one sentence. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like it's a semi shot, but in context, it's not like, oh, I won't play with this guy. Yeah, it was nowhere near that.
You know what's funny, Tom, and we always talk about it, usually with the Eagles, as far as like how the national media spins things. So that quote from Danny and that little, snippet, that came out in like the local area about 5-6 days ago. Like that was known about, right? But then it was going in circles around locally. And then a couple days, it really wasn't being talked about. Then the national media picked up on it, spun it, and now it's like friggin' wildfire. But us locally know from knowing about it 5-6 days ago that it's really nothing. You know what I'm saying? But hold
the phone for a second.
That's not from Philly. They think, oh my God, he said what?
Danny said this from day one about Ben.
Yeah.
That's
why you brought him in.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what a veteran, like we don't know this because the organization has either been in the process years towards a bunch of kids and they suck, or they've just been, mediocre. That's what a veteran says. You know what I'm saying? Like the only veteran that we had in the last handful of years that talked was either Jimmy Butler, we saw how that went, and JJ Redick, who was Mr. Passive Aggressive. I'm going to talk on a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't.
I'll say this to you too, right? If I can't get Damian Lillard, I'm almost here on this, right? If I can't get Damian Lillard,
I know what you're going to say.
I'm not trading him.
Oh,
and people can laugh at it all they want. I'm not trading him. Fuck that. No, I'm bringing Danny back, and I'm literally like our boy running back Philly. I'm running it back. I'm running it back because the one thing I do know is he's going to be successful during the regular season because he always is. Like I always say, if he goes to Washington, they're winning basketball games. They're winning basketball games, and I don't even like him like that anymore. But after time has gone by, and I can assess it and not as emotionally, right? Because I want to you simmer down a little bit. Not as emotionally, I can say if I do not get Dame Lillard, I want Ben Simmons back on this basketball team. It's not, and I say that knowing I'm going to win regular season basketball games. Will anything change? I'm not going into it thinking he's changing. Do you understand? So if he does, I can be surprised. Fine, it's like a great Christmas gift. If not, my expectations come postseason become the same. But do I win with Danny? Maybe.
That's depressing.
Maybe
it's like how I view life, right? You expect nothing out of anybody, so that way when they do something, you can be excited about it. Tom, I completely agree with you. Outside of Dame and whatever other top guy that might be out there, right? Like Steph, for example. Like say Golden State was really like Steph. Oh, okay. But like outside of like a complete game changer, I'm not trading him. It's got to make me better.
Has to. And I know he makes me good enough.
Exactly.
To get to a certain point. Do I believe?
And again, what about he's a liability?
I don't think he still can be a liability. I still don't think he's going forward. He's going to be as bad as he was this series. Whether he shoots the ball again or not, I don't think you can't possibly shoot 30% from a free throw line another time. It's like when you like my one of my good friends got like a 3 in Italian in high school. Like, dude, you have to try to be that bad.
Yeah.
Like Ben, like shooting 32% from the free throw line, you got to try to be that bad. You can't even spend an offseason and come back and shoot 32% again from the free throw line. You're a minimum of 45.
You don't think so?
I'll say this. I think like
he
said,
can't be that bad again.
No expectations of him changing his game, right? I'm just strictly talking about off of winning basketball games in the regular season and at least putting myself in a position to win, right? And get to a certain point. He can at least win you regular season basketball games. You already know that.
He's proven that.
Yeah, it's been proven. The postseason is where you're going to get in trouble every year unless he expands, right? It's factual. So it is what it is. I'm not trading him for unless I know, because the other thing is he is 24. And what happens if the light switch turns on? Because there's always that chance.
Yep, absolutely, Dom.
There's always a chance.
Absolutely.
There's always a chance.
And again, this might be a Ben Simmons stan, right? Like whatever. But
I'm not a stan.
I know. But I'm saying, like, you look at the accolades, and that's got Hall of Fame career written all over it already.
Jesus.
And I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying.
I know, that's just crazy to think about.
If you look at the accolades already, what he's done,
even
he's on his way.
And where has it gotten
accolades then?
Where has it
gotten anywhere? But also remember,
I completely agree with you.
Devil's advocate to myself, right? Because he's a liability. Devil's advocate to myself. I'm going to say this, and I say it all the time. Name a 24-year-old that's won. Like being that guy, having to be the guy, one of the guys. They don't win.
No, it's very.
So I got to pray to God, again, if he stays. I'm doing the pray to God if he stays, that he grows. Because if he grows, that gives me the best chances to win.
The problem with that is that this is not some everyday 24-year-old player. This is the most confusing. I don't even know the words in the freaking dictionary to describe this guy. Nothing about him makes sense. Absolutely nothing. Nope. This guy is the laughing stock of the league. Sometimes before the playoffs even started, he can shoot a 3-pointer and still half of the NBA world is saying, oh, well, it still doesn't mean anything. Or if he goes up for 40, still can't shoot. He's been the laughing stock, the joke, one of the most criticized players in all the league. Like, honestly, and I can't stand this player that I'm about to name. But, like, you look at Paul George, who was kind of in that same category. Pandemic P, playoff P, not a well-liked player, always criticized. Well, when his other teammate goes down, he's flat out stepped up. He has a pulse. He has a drive to get better.
Yeah, he's missed a bunch of free throws.
How old's Paul George, though?
How old is he? I don't give a damn if.
But I'm saying he's gone through the downs, though. That's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing. I hear you, Greg, and I understand maybe there's a chance, and the chance of him being great, Ben Simmons, that is, could outweigh all of the things we've gone through the last 5 years. But I can't go through it saying, okay, we'll win in the regular season and we'll try our luck in the postseason and maybe he'll get better and all that. I can't do that when I have a generational transcendent talent in this building. I can't do it. I can't.
He's rubbing off on him. He's got to, right? If he's that transitional, generational, he's got to rub off on him.
I disagree
you have to think that a guy when he gets shoved up like the city has right now, that changes somebody, right? When you go through something as, emotional or whatever, as he just did, the entire city hates him. You don't think he's going to come back changed, whether we see it right away or not?
No, because here's the thing.
I don't think that's blinders to me of pure hatred, right?
No, it's blinders. It's blind loyalty.
He's also gotten this before.
Never like this. Never like this.
No. I don't agree with Greg.
Yeah, I disagree with that, Tori. I disagree with
you. You don't think he's gotten shit at the end of every season?
Not like this. Not like this.
He's never been. He's never been.
No.
Not to this extent, no. But to some extent, yes. And he hasn't come back better.
But listen, it's never been this glaring.
Because
look at the way it's played out, right? You dunk on Trae Young, you hit 50% of your free throws. We're walking to the NBA Finals right now.
Well, Greg, when you say wear off on him, are you talking about you think some of Joe will wear off on him?
That's what you hope leaders do. Yes.
But see, this is why I disagree. Every year, because this is 5 years now. Every year that Joe has gotten better, Simmons has gotten worse. He has not improved. He's the only person.
I only disagree. I disagree. I think the only year he got worse was this year. You can't say every other year he hasn't gotten better.
He has.
I'll say that.
His best year was his rookie year. He was the killer. He was the only year he's been a killer was his rookie season.
Does and again, I'm just playing devil's advocate tonight because the emotions wore off. And this matters. Whatever happening at home, and we know that situation, these are also human beings here. Okay, we're also human beings. I'm the most critical junkie in the goddamn world, and I'll smoke dudes. And I've smoked them a million times, and I'm out of smoking them right now. You understand? I got no more bullets left in my chamber. Okay? But maybe that factored into a down year for him. And nothing developed. And maybe, because we have two options here. Again, I trade him for Dame in a heartbeat. I don't trade him for everybody else in a heartbeat. Everybody else I have to think about. I have to evaluate the deal, right? I have to sit back. Okay, you asked me Sunday night after the loss, I'll trade him for anybody. But that's emotionally driven too, right? Let's be
Yeah,
fair.
we even got Zach LaVine out of you.
Yeah. That's not happening. Like, I don't want Zach LaVine because I look at two ways. And Greg said it. We've been really critical, extremely critical. Everybody wants him out of town. So do we trade him for something else and we never find out here? Did it change it? Because there's also the chance of all this criticism making a guy actually maybe work hard for once at something and care enough because he doesn't want to deal with it again. And he wants his image not shattered. Since I criticize him wanting it all about his image, there's a chance. I always said the last years of his contract, he would ball, right? Because he wanted more money. I'm almost ready to say that could happen sooner because of the image slander. So there's also the chance of him coming back and being the guy you saw in Summer League and in rookie year. And there's also the chance of him coming back and getting worse somehow.
The Summer League jumpers back, baby.
Tom,
if I was a betting man, it would be somewhere in the middle.
Tom, I'm saying this solely as a friend. You're trapping yourself in an eternal hell. You're trapping yourself.
For Damian
Well,
Lillard.
it kind of sounds like it.
Literally.
Well, not when I would trade for Damian Lillard in a heartbeat.
I know, but there's other guys.
There isn't. There isn't. There's question marks on every guy you're going to tell me about.
De'Aaron Fox wouldn't
There's
make
a
you
question
better.
mark. I love De'Aaron Fox. I would have drafted him.
But who's the biggest question mark? It's Ben 2-5
Simmons.
Simmons. That's the biggest question mark.
And he's also the biggest enigma, though, right? Because De'Aaron Fox is limited in what he is, and he's great, right? I brought it up on Sunday because the name got brought out there, and I'm like, would you really do De'Aaron Fox for Ben straight up? Because I wouldn't. But you look at him, but he's still only limited to his size. There's no limit to potential Ben.
Sacramento wins 48 games with a guy like Ben Simmons on their team. Does it translate to the playoffs? No. We're not right now. But just as he is, he's better. He's better than the Kings automatically. They're a better basketball team because he does do certain things really at a high level, and other things he's completely shit the bed on.
I just think you're right, Greg. As far as size, shooting, there's a lot of limitations with De'Aaron or Beal with the health.
Yo, did you just see that?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Well, they know the end's near, so you're like, oh, you can suspend me.
Ooh,
Damn.
whoa.
Damn.
The other side of it too is, we harped on this coaching staff and the top net, the high echelon of this coaching staff. Why not give them a full off season, right? With something legit to work on, right? When you know what I mean, like when Doc says we got a plan.
You've been doing that for 5 years now.
No, we haven't.
Everyone
we've had Brett Brown.
Come on, man.
We've had Brett Brown.
We did it with Brett. We didn't do it.
And he improved with Brett, right? We didn't get Doc in. We didn't have it all season with COVID. They weren't allowed to work with him.
No, they weren't. He didn't get here till November, Doc, or October. Like it was October, right? Like there's no off season there.
Then why did everyone else around him get better then? If we're talking about the
better
off season.
players.
They're better right now.
They're better offensive. They're better offensively skilled. Like there's a reason they came out and said, "All right, our main focus." And I think it's ridiculous, but they came out right away and said our main focus is to get him in the lab and work with him hands on. Okay, so I mean, I'm not telling you it's going to work. See, understand what I'm saying here. I'm not telling you any of it's going to work. I'm just telling you that if it's not for Dame Lillard, I really have to think about it. Like, really have to sit back and think about it. I think that's fair. I think anybody that doesn't have to think about it a little bit.
I'm definitely
in a worse spot.
I'm thinking about it. Like I said, like if it came down to the Colin Sexton trade that we mentioned earlier, like I'm thinking about it. I'm not running to make that trade. But at the end of the day, again, it's different. And part of me is envious of you, Tom and Greg, because you guys still have some hope.
I have no hope. I'm just telling you. There's always a chance.
Well, if you have zero hope, then I have negative 50. You know what I'm saying?
You do. I'm just trying to let the emotion wear off and say that maybe certain guys I wouldn't trade them for. You could ask me 5 minutes apart, and I might make the trade, and then 5 minutes later say, you know what, maybe not, because that's where it is. That's just because I know there's a chance, like always is, that the typical Philly that I move him, and now he just his game opens up.
Yep.
right? And I'm sitting.
Oh, there's no chance that's happening. Book that. You know what I mean? Like,
but it could happen here with this stat,
and that's what I want.
But I'm taking Damian Lillard right now. Do the deal. I'm not even questioning the deal because I'm winning championships.
I don't know
whatever Portland wants, give it to him.
Ralph,
I agree, Tommy.
Ralph, you agree with me on this, right? I don't know if I'm winning a championship with Zach LaVine. I don't know if I'm winning a championship with De'Aaron Fox. I don't know if I'm winning a championship with Bradley Beal. I don't know if I'm winning a championship with Colin Sexton because they're all coming from losing places. I don't know. They never played in the postseason to show me what kind of toughness they have because that's a different game, right? They show me in meaningless basketball you could drop 24. That's great, right? I always talk about meaningful basketball, right?
Dame time's real.
Yeah, and another thing to your point, Tommy, it's not like he's doing it in the East. He's doing it in the West, dude.
Yeah.
He's 2 years removed from going to a Western Conference Finals
by himself.
In the West. By himself. Exactly.
And this is why I disagree with it. Okay. Again, you're not incorrect on the question marks of there's nobody with a straight face that can guarantee if you got LaVine, De'Aaron, all those names. You're right. But the reason why I would rank a majority of those people over Simmons, it's because they've at least shown me the drive to get better at what you do.
No, they haven't though. Their teams haven't gotten better at all. When the one guy, hold on, because you're wrong. Because the one guy's team's gotten better every year, and you thought we're talking about losing, right? But at least the Sixers have gotten better. They've gotten better. They've gotten better as a team. Now they didn't get over a hump this year, and that's a fucking problem. But at the end of the day, they've gotten better as a team. They have. That's factual. When guys on other teams, their teams have not gotten better at all. And it's not all their fault. But if you're a winner, you at least, if you're Damian Lillard level, right, your team's going to win games. So we're talking about Damian Lillard. There's also the side of Ben Simmons that's going to win you a lot of basketball games too. That's factual. That's been proven.
No, that's fair. But he
plays winning basketball. These guys might not
in the regular season. Yes, in the playoffs, no.
The other guys can't sniff it because they're not good. They're obviously not good enough as a takeover player to even get to there.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair.
One guy's played the postseason out of all them guys, and that's Bradley Beal. There's one of them. LaVine,
and that was this year where he came in as the 10 seed, and he won a play-in series too.
Yeah, that play-in tournament doesn't. Yeah, if that thing never existed,
I love it, but never played in a playoff game.
But they don't need to carry their team with the Sixers. You have Embiid here. They don't need to be the face of the franchise.
Exactly, but I got a guy who already plays winning basketball here with a bigger basketball IQ than these guys, obviously, and has shown me even by himself when the star goes out that he can go on 19-2 runs.
Who are you talking about, Simmons or Embiid?
I'm talking about Simmons has shown me that he can play winning basketball, right?
In the regular season, yeah.
Yeah, but these guys haven't even shown me in the regular season, though. That's the point, though.
Well, they have, but their teams haven't because they're not good enough.
Because if they're that good, they change the team.
No, because they could be number 2 stars. They could be number 2 stars. They can help Joel Embiid get over the hump.
You're wrong, because if Ben Simmons went to Sacramento, they're probably a playoff team. They're probably an 8 seed. I'm telling you, because he went on 19-2 without Joel. Them dudes never went 19-2 without the best player.
Well, that's I agree with that. That's all in the franchise.
To that, Ilyasova and Bellinelli, the guy went on fucking 19-2.
But I don't disagree with that. That's why I said to Greg earlier that was the only year he was a killer. That was his rookie year.
Well, when Joel went out this year, he played better basketball again.
He played well. Yeah.
So he's going to play winning basketball is all my point. All right. The transition in the regular NBA regular season, get out on fast breaks is so much easier, okay, than it is in the postseason. And whatever team he goes to, if it's a bad team, they're automatically, I don't care what the trade machine says, they're automatically 10 to 12 wins better than they were. They just are. And I'm not a stan. I'm just telling you.
No. You and I differ because you look at it in the regular season sense and they've gotten better. I look at it differently because I look at it, okay, they were the number 1 seed, but they got to the same place they've always ended. They were the 4th seed and they got to the same place they always ended. They got to the 3rd seed. They got to the same place they always ended. That is hitting the wall in the second round of the playoffs with half-court offense.
What happens if these guys don't even get us that seed? What happens if we get worse as a basketball team? There's that chance.
No,
there is the chance.
There's the chance, but me, I'm not saying everyone should be thinking like it. Me, I'm willing to risk it, knowing that if they just had a serviceable to a very good point guard that does his job, that can free up roles for his other players.
Can't be serviceable, Ryan. Serviceable isn't going to win you a championship.
No, but this is my point.
Neither is Ben Simmons.
This is my point. Okay. Ben Simmons wasn't serviceable. If he was serviceable, we're still playing today. That's my issue.
If Danny Green's playing, we're still playing today. So I mean, we can play that game all day. It's like the dude didn't show up. There's no other way to say it.
But Danny Green can't control injuries. Ben Simmons can control not taking a wide open dunk in the fourth quarter.
Right. I would control this, but we're gonna keep circling back the stuff I know. But I also know exactly he fucking stinks because his team never gets better. The Aaron Fox I love, but his team never gets better when Ben Simmons' teams constantly get better. They at least play in the postseason. Like Beal's playing a lot of postseasons. All right, so at least he's been there. I need a guy back that I know is going to make me better, not a championship worthy. None of these guys make me think, okay, and now I'm better and championship worthy. That's all my point is. There's one guy out there that's actually semi-available that puts me on that level. There's one guy right now. There might be other guys down the road. But I know what Damian Lillard is in the regular season and the postseason. I know he makes me better. I know if Joel Embiid went out, I'm still winning basketball games. These are my concerns. If Joel Embiid goes out, I'm not winning basketball games with Colin Sexton. I'm not winning basketball games with Zach LaVine. I'm not winning basketball games. Maybe I can win basketball games with Bradley Beal. Probably not. Okay? I'm not winning at this level. If Joel Embiid goes out, I know I'm winning basketball games with Ben Simmons for some unknown reason. I just am. I don't know why. I don't have the answer for you. Besides he came up the softest I've ever seen an athlete come up. He was the biggest liability in sports in the second series, the biggest. Okay, and I'm not holding out hope it's going to change. I'm just telling you, I'd rather get back there than not. And you got to understand that's fair, and nothing what you guys are saying is wrong. I'm just saying, like, we have to understand, do we want to win basketball games too, though? Because we never get to that point if we don't win basketball games.
I'm just not interested. I'm not saying you're saying this. I'm not interested in spending the next 3 to 4 years of winning regular season basketball games, getting a facade of a 1 seed, and getting bounced in the second round.
What's guaranteed? How's that guaranteed, though? Because you're almost.
I never said guaranteed. Well,
you said you don't want to sit through it, so you're assuming you're guaranteeing it.
If Ben Simmons doesn't get any better, that's what we're looking at. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But you don't.
Yeah, but I also don't think that if we assume if we can see if this happens another year, if this happens another year, he's not back. Like, this isn't going to last for 3 more years.
But you guys want to sit through another year of this.
Nothing for him then. Then you know what I'm saying?
Then at least I know I reach my rope with a guy that's going to go somewhere else and win.
But then at that point, how much more does his trade value go down after another year of not winning?
Then you're talking about possibly trying to get Brandon Ingram.
Or we're going to get
who cares? What the hell are you talking? As long
who cares if after another year we go through the same thing, it's not going to matter what his trade value is because we're done anyway.
You're all just missing the point a little bit. Well, the point is other names besides there's no need to get snippy. The point is there's no names besides Damian Lillard because like these other names aren't doing it, aren't taking us to a championship caliber team. If we're talking about Joel Embiid winning now. If we're talking about Joel Embiid in win now mode, Colin Sexton, De'Aaron Fox, Zach LaVine aren't winning you now, right? They aren't. And I'm not saying Ben Simmons is. I'm just telling you them guys aren't. There's one guy who is. So the only name we should be talking about in Philadelphia sports, essentially, as a name we should get and talk into existence is Damian Lillard. We shouldn't talk any of it into existence elsewhere and say, all right, if we don't get Dame, fuck it, then what else is new? We're either up for heartbreak or a dude actually decides in his career that he doesn't want this image that he has because he's so image based. And maybe one year he works out and changes his game. Because the fact of the matter that it's in there is ridiculous. And we're even having this conversation that the ability's even there and we don't pull triggers. And I'm not telling you, Rye and Tor, that he's ever going to pull the trigger again. I'm just telling you, at least I know I'm winning 50 games. And Joel Embiid can take over any series and win me one. So, I mean,
Correct.
that doesn't mean it's over. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't mean it's over. There's a chance you get Zach LaVine, Joel goes down, you're winning fucking 35 games. Win 35 games. At least I know if I have Ben, I'm winning. If I have Dame, I'm winning until he comes back. We got to factor in Joe going down for 20-piece nugget from Mickey D's. We got to almost guarantee that.
Yeah.
That he's missing 20 games. So it's the Aaron Fox who I love, but is the Aaron Fox winning us games without Joel? I don't know. Is Levine? Nah, I don't know. That's my scare. If you told me right, Joel's playing 82 every year, the healthiest son of a bitch in the world, then maybe I'm more enticed to these deals. But I have reasons on why. Like I'm like, I gotta win when he's going. I know he's going.
No, it's polar opposites of the spectrum. I'm assuming.
I hate it here.
I'm assuming that Ben Simmons the crumb of the friggin' century, as long as he's in this city, because I flat out don't believe in him. And you're assuming that Zach LaVine and or De'Aaron Fox and or Bradley Beal would not be enough, along with Embiid and Tobias and etc., to get to a championship. But we've been forced into the assumption game. That's the issue. That's why we hate it.
Yeah, it's the tough. Like again, like I love to argue about it because it's fun. And it's weird because I'm like in the middle, right? Like
he's dead to me. He's dead to me. That's the issue. He's not dead to you. He's dead to me.
You know why he's not dead to me? Because he's one of my fucking kids here. All right. And I'm critical of my guys. I'm critical of Harp. I'm critical of all these guys. And I still love him. I still love him as long as he's wearing this jersey. And I still understand the value of him. Because I'm not an idiot. My basketball, I feel like my basketball 101 comes in when I calm down and I realize all the things that help us win games, period. And I know that I said it from day one, like this starting five was a difference maker. You take out one of these guys in the starting five, I don't know how good we are. And that's a shot at him because I need Danny. I needed Seth. I needed Tobias. I needed Joel. I need these guys around him or I'm not good enough. And we saw it in the playoffs. So right, he never has felt the room. Danny goes out, I need you to step up.
You know what this city is too, Tom?
By the way, Dario made a finals appearance before Joel and Simmons did.
I love that.
Sorry.
Ralphie, I thought Dario was never coming over. Didn't somebody in this city say that? Dario's never coming over?
Yeah, Howard Eskin said it.
Yeah.
Guys, I won a same grain parlay though.
Nice.
A girl. A girl.
Thank you.
Somebody's winning in this city.
Been a while. I won $75.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's it like? How many days? It's like 1 month till training camp, right?
Oh, Lord.
I think so, Mark.
I think it starts on the 27th.
Yeah, last week in July.
Frank, are you just in for Dame, and if not, you keep him, or are you more with Ryan and Torrey? Because I mean, Ralph, I feel like he's going to troll us, but we'll find out in a minute. But are you more with them two, or are you more with like, okay, if I can't get Dame, I'm just going to hold on to him. Fuck it.
I mean, part of me wants Dame. Part of me wants to ship Richard Simmons elsewhere.
He's calling him Richard Simmons for Christ's sake.
Wow.
I mean, that should tell you the
hair.
That should tell you the answer.
Been 2 weeks since I've called him Richard Simmons, so it's gonna keep going until he either actually proves to something that he can actually step up in a game and possibly lead a team, because the real life Richard Simmons can lead a bunch of fat people to lose a bunch of weight by sweating to the oldies. Other than that other Simmons that done jack shit in the playoffs for me. So for me, I'm in the Ryan camp. I say you got to find a way to get rid of Richard Simmons. And
Ralph,
So do you use or not use the stepper?
Good question.
Very good question. Unfortunately, I am not one of using the sweating to the oldies tapes.
What about the Thigh Master? Have you ever used the Thigh Master?
I know you are, Ralphie. Daddy, I know you are. You're Dame or bust.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, he's a game changer.
You know
he's
why
a
that's
game changer.
You know why that's an indictment of the argument, Tom? That he's agreeing, because he doesn't know the pain we're going through. He doesn't understand the pain.
No, he's witnessed it firsthand. He's witnessed it firsthand. He knows it.
Right,
And
he's got a fraud for a star player too.
And
He's got
still,
2 frauds for a star player.
He's in the area, but I feel like he's looking through the plate glass window. Like he's not in the. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't feel it.
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't feel the
but
heat.
he still knows that Ben's going to win you games, though. in the regular season. He still knows that. And he's still smart enough to
know. It also points out that Dame obviously has a better resume than a Zach LaVine and a De'Aaron Fox,
Of course.
and all those other guys that you guys named. The big thing for me is that he's shown you he can win and get your team to a conference final by himself, essentially.
So Simmons is the only person you're. I'm sorry. Dame is the only person you're trading Simmons for.
Yeah, because I think Dame can put you over the top.
And
like you guys were saying, does De'Aaron Fox push that needle for you to make you go to a finals appearance? Because at this point of Joel's career, fuck the Eastern Conference Finals or bust. It's finals or bust now. Because you got probably 5 more years, okay? Realistically.
I wish we got 5 years.
Of Joel, okay? Because you know how big men are with those ankles and the knees, and they start getting banged up later in their career.
Here we go.
I mean, hey, maybe that's the option right there, Marky.
But listen, right? You know you're a jumper away from literally contending for it all, winning it all. I'm never saying that's coming, but I also know that I can still win 50 games in the regular season though, and hopefully he can grow in the postseason, right? Because listen, it's about his growth too. And I know people have said that out there, and I don't necessarily agree with it, but it is about players have said that. Players have came out and tweeted you got to allow the growth. Guys never go through this, but guys go through shit. And can he grow from it? Can maybe, and I'm not building excuses because I'm playing devil's advocate. I said it.
No. You're not playing
this conversation, right? Maybe the family issues affected the on the court play, which I have to respect because I'm not an asshole.
Right. Yes,
I'm not an asshole. That's real life shit. And this guy does want to win. I don't think there's any part of him that doesn't want to win. Right? I think
it's just his personality. It's hard to tell, though.
When you're first team all defender, I think you want to win.
You know what's funny?
That's got to be some truth to that.
That's the biggest thing that you and I, first time in 30 minutes that you and I flat out agree on. I don't disagree with any part of that, to where I believe he wants to win. The issue is I don't believe he's somebody that's willing to put the work in to win. I believe he's a big results guy, right? We posted it.
We all grow up earlier, right? We all grow up at different times in our life and different stages, right? And when you talk about giving kids a lot of money at a young age, it might take a kid a minute or two to grow up. Maybe the best thing for him was playing a season like this with veterans and failing, right? Yeah. And failing at the end of it, right? Where he can look in the mirror and say, you know what? Shit, I got to get better.
I just think being as an outsider and been on shows with you guys constantly over these 5 years with Ben Simmons, it's always been, okay, he had a rough year this year. He's going to get in the gym. He's going to come out better next year. Then that year happens, nothing's changed. Then the next year happens, nothing changes. The next year, and then it got to this point where fourth quarter, second round, for 4 straight games in the second round, doesn't shoot the ball in the fourth quarter. So how much more confidence do you have to put into a guy or in yourself that you can go to bed every single night before the regular season happens and say, this kid's going to change. This kid's going to wake up and realize, oh shit, I better wake up or I'm going to be into a different city that I'm not going to really love anymore.
I'll say this. Everybody knows this. In the NBA playoffs, as a player too, not just as a team, you have to fail. We talk about it with the Sixers, right? As a team, right? They're failing. This year's too much. But him as a player, being 24, maybe the best thing is this type of failure. Because he's never played this bad in the postseason. He hasn't played great, but he's never played this bad. This was on another level of bad. Right? If he just gave it normal production, we win this series. Right? So you know how hitters go through slumps? Right? And we understand it. Maybe he became not mental, but just just went through it. Went through a bad series. I have no idea why. Nobody knows. Nobody's in this dude's head.
Look, you also got to look.
If he stays, that won't happen again. Right? That's just what what else do I have? Go ahead, Greg. Sorry.
No, you also got to look at his career. Everything's been handed to him. He's been the best player on every team. So while he's had to work to get better, he's never really had to push himself, right? So you look at like the greats of all their sports, and I'm not saying he's a great, but you look at a guy like Manny Ramirez, right? Go even back to even local. Go to Bobby Abreu. How many people hated Bobby Abreu because it didn't look like he wanted to play? But maybe the game comes so easy to these guys and certain guys that they don't have to exert a whole lot of energy, like a Tyrese Maxey, for example, right? To where you're like, oh, I wish Ben Simmons had Tyrese Maxey's motor. Well, the game comes so much easier to Ben Simmons than it does Tyrese Maxey, right? So he's never had to go through this this turmoil and this, emotional roller coaster to where he's never had to really truly push himself to get better.
Greg, you said perfectly. I mean, you're spot on. And Ralph and Frank, you've obviously heard me say this for far longer, but I've been saying this for like 4 years. Just that he's a victim of his own greatness.
Yeah.
Because whether it's
potential, right? As we're finding it out right now.
But this
If
is
he
why
wants to pull up for a jumper, he can, Ryan. That's the
yes. And you know what's great? He did it. He's done. Like, it's not the faults thing of, oh, he has a hitch in his jumper. Oh, he's too small. Oh, he's too slow. No, everything that we've ever wanted from the guy, he has done a lot. The problem is, in some freaking part of in between his rookie year and his second year, he stopped. That's the issue. His rookie year, going to the hole, dunking. He was actually attempting some mid-range jumpers. I'm not even talking about summer league. I'm talking about regular season, especially in that 19-1 run without Embiid. And then as soon as that year ended, when we got beaten 5 to the Celtics, somewhere in that summer, he stopped doing it. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's the organization. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's the family with the shooting, because it's always been the family that's been like his coaches.
Yeah, the Boston thing is the first glaring one of a disappearing act. He played better that following year.
Brooklyn against
7,
Brooklyn.
and the things that come natural to him, right, is like getting bigger and stronger, right, and faster. So like defensively, he's just going to naturally get better, right? Like it's just common sense because of his length and his ability and the things he can do athletically. So like that's 101. So like the things that come easy for him, and like distributing the basketball, running the fast break, like they come easy to him. So that's why this team's always going to win games in the regular season. Now it's again, it's ad nauseum, and I don't know if it'll ever happen. But if the dude ever wanted to have a mid-range game, we said it all year, that he might be a top 10 player.
Listen, and we've been saying it for a long time too. If he can create a jump shot, he'll be very unstoppable. He'll be unstoppable in this league.
We've seen glimpses unstoppable, right? Now what defines greatness is being able to do that on a nightly basis, right? Now, we talk about the game coming easy to him, 24 years old. I don't care what environment. I never take a game off. But if you're a 24-year-old and everything comes easy to you, you start taking some things off. You start not focusing. You start missing free throws. Then it turns into a bigger issue than it should have been, right? And then you start pressing it, and then you fall fucked up, right? And that just happens in sports sometimes. I'm not excusing it. Understand that. There's no excusing it. It's just that happens in sports sometimes. Paul George has missed free throws. Dude's a fucking 90% free throw shooter, right? Because he went to the line and started doing things differently. He started putting his head down. Never put his head down at any point taking a free throw in his career. He has his head down in the postseason. What are you doing, Paul? Pick your head up. Look at the basket. You know what I mean? So that dunk will sit with me. That postseason will sit with me. I told you next year's regular season doesn't matter about winning games unless he does something different if he's here. But what do you want, Portland? Do you want Maxey, Thibault, 5 first-rounders? I don't give a fuck. It's all on the table for Damian Lillard. That ain't all on the table for anybody else.
And the last thing I'll say is that, like, if he is here, there's not a person that wants me to be wrong more than myself. I am praying to God I will eat crow on this Ben Simmons thing.
It's not an eat crow situation, though. The dude was fucking horrendous. So it's nothing to eat crow.
Yeah, there's no crow. Everyone saw it.
Everybody's on your island. Understand this. Everybody's on the island of this dude He can kiss my ass. Everybody's on that island, so you're not eating any crow. We're just devil advocating on certain players that we're like, fuck it, we're not doing that deal.
It's
That's
just
it.
we've reached when you reach the he's dead to me territory, like you are dead to, you know what I'm saying? That is like uncharted waters.
No, I'm not here.
When I proclaim dead to me, you're dead to me.
Yeah, but he can turn your. I know he can turn you. Listen, he can get you a little. He can make you change your shorts. If something changes, like
you know when he could have. You know when he could have. Friggin' Olympics, but he's still high.
What does your sign say, Ryan?
I'm not playing in competitive games, but
Game
that's
time.
Oh,
What?
It's funny you asked.
Game time.
Corey.
That's
It
what I
says
thought.
Dame time,
Like,
isn't that
wait.
funny?
Yeah, and it should be just Dame time. You don't see Levine
Just.
time. You don't see
No.
box time.
I've
You
grown.
know,
No, I don't have Levine.
We're all on the same. We're all on the same page here. Essentially, we all want the same things. And if he's gone, it's just got to be the right deal. If he's here,
We have breaking. Ralph.
What?
It's over.
Damian
Yes,
Lillard.
Damian Lillard and LeBron James are at the Sparks and Aces games tonight together, courtside, sitting next to each other. It's over, folks. Kuzma and whatever picks we have left.
You're joking.
there is no way that game. If that deal gets done, I'm done with the NBA. I'm keeping Simmons.
LeBron and Lillard chilling at the game together, sitting courtside.
Oh,
They are boys. Though. They are boys. I mean,
I know. Yeah, they are. They are.
Tony, watch it.
Can we get them to bring a team with Joe or wherever Joe's staying? Ventnor,
Margate.
Margate. I was close to it.
How great is he though? Like just like
Yeah.
just
Okay.
chilling down the Jersey Shore. Like
Dame, come check out the Jersey Shore, babe. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Come see Lucy the elephant. She's real cool.
Fuck. We still have the best offer. There's no way that can happen. There's no way that can happen.
No
Yeah,
shot.
there's no
shot.
way. Like if Portland truly says, "All right, give me your offer," you're right, Tom. There is no one in the NBA that can offer something better.
Tom, I'm not going to bring it up because I don't want this show to go another 6 hours. But there's from Monday, Tom knows the one team that I think is lingering. They're hiding in the weeds.
Miami?
No, they haven't. Tyler Hero, no.
What, the Knicks?
Nope.
Who was it again?
Is it Sacramento?
No. Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Because they could throw either Brown or Tatum.
I think Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and some picks.
I just don't know why they do it. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what Boston would do it for. You know what I mean?
Unless they've just showered on Brown. I don't know.
He's sour. A guy got better.
No,
every year.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't know how you sour, but I mean, listen, anything's possible. But I still think Simmons and Maxey is a better offer. I think Simmons, Maxey, and Thibault is a better offer.
But what if we don't put in an offer?
Maybe we don't, or maybe and then that's
And then,
Daryl
he goes to the Lakers.
No. Well, okay, whatever. But that's Daryl Morey saying then we trust this guy getting better, and we all trust Daryl Morey.
I don't trust Darren Moore no more if he does that.
Well, you can't have it both ways here, though.
Mm.
He knows more than we know, essentially, right? He would know more than we know. Fair. He should.
And you know what came at the Yahoo report from yesterday, right? On Daryl, that the reason why he didn't go and do the Kyle Lowry move or any splash move at the deadline, it's because
Troy.
he was holding out to get a bigger star in this offseason. That's why he didn't make the splash at the deadline. He said he could have.
I forgot about that.
Who's the lead guy? Chris who?
Broussard.
No. For Yahoo, the guy who he does the
Chris
sideline.
Haynes.
Thank you. He had said that they understood that they could have made a move for Kyle Lowry at any point, obviously, because he didn't go anywhere. Or Norman Powell or all those things, but they didn't want to. And this goes back to when Darryl was hired here. They didn't want to get rid of all the bullets if they didn't have to. So
I forgot about that comment. So that makes a little more sense.
I said it on Monday, Tori, and listen, I've been Captain Negativity for the last couple of hours, but if Daryl Morey was brought here for this reason, This is why he was brought here, to do this. Like, I know the years of Brett Brown saying, "Oh, star hunting," and the Colangelo with the enormous collar and the burner caps. Like, I understand the GMs have flat out sucked for this team in this city. But
For
I think
all of our teams.
yes, for all of them. But I think this guy is different because we saw in 24 hours what he did on draft day.
But if he's different and keeps him, what's your thought then?
If
Then
he does it, then I
think he's too close to the situation then and is listening to Ben giving a false narrative again.
Tom, I have to, because I can't contradict myself. If he does that and Daryl says we believe in Ben Simmons, then I will sit back and watch, but I will be ready to hit the crush button as soon as I can. You know what I'm saying? Like, I won't riot, but the second if it fails, then I'll go nuclear. You know what I'm saying?
Then you got to worry. But yeah, that's all my point is like if Daryl doesn't feel like a deal's right because he can't get Dame, and he says and he wants to hold on to him, he feels like he's going to develop whatever, then we all trust Daryl. Mm-hmm. So then I feel like then we sort of have to trust the situation. Now we can't get too invested because we've been hurt. So we're, you know what I mean? It's like that girl. Like, you know, you got hurt a couple times.
Goddamn girls.
Yeah, but you want to. You're in a bad spot here.
Daryl Morey, he's like the 9 out of 10 right now. Until the significant other or the GM in this behalf wrongs me, I'm on the pirate ship. I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding with the flow. That's what I have to do.
I mean,
Until
we could also make moves where we keep Ben, but add another player, you know, when people are talking about moving Ben to the 4, which I don't know if that just makes everything more crazy, but also it's like, I might be more interested in that because it's not watching the same thing happen again. Or trying something.
Kyle Lowry. If I get Kyle Lowry in here and he can run my point, at least I know he's tough as nails. Can hit it open.
Like we still have ways to do this with keeping Ben.
Yeah, we would need somebody to take a major pay cut then. That's the only issue. We would need Danny to go, and like we would need to move a bunch of money, and we would need somebody to take a massive pay cut. That's the only issue. Yeah. We're not in a situation where we have that.
To get Lowry, I mean, I think you could get him to come home for maybe a few less dollars. I think you can make it work at his age.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Lowry.
To your point though, Tori, and I saw somebody say in the chat earlier, just me, I think moving Ben to the 4, unless you know for a fact that he's shooting, is possibly worse than playing him where he's at. Because then you run into Toronto Raptors versus Sixers in the second round.
He pouts.
Well, he goes into the corner and it's 4-on-5 again.
Yeah, he has to understand how good he could be playing the 4.
Yes.
I don't know if he understands that.
Yeah.
My
only point with that was just to like see something different that could possibly work.
Yeah, Lowry's a legitimate name though. Like, I mean, you could legitimately get Kyle Lowry and run your point here, and your team honestly is a title contender. You know what I mean? Just because you have a veteran guard who can create on his own. He's going to go to the line. He can hit his threes. He distributes well, right? I mean, that's your other like scenario of like fixing a problem but not fixing a problem.
Just makes it a whole lot easier if we get this guy though. If we get that guy,
that's the goal here.
Yeah, we're all in agreement.
We need to have a prayer service for that.
We can.
It's true.
We can because that's the only one I don't have any issue at all. I actually want the deal to happen. Like I'm 150% in on Damian Lillard. It's not even a question. But listen, great show. Went 3 hours. I mean, look at us. Just fucking problems.
I'm sweating.
Nate, Noah. Nate and Noah were on with us earlier. You got Ralphie, Greg, Tori at the bottom, Frankie, Rye, myself, the family. We love you. Like fucking falling asleep. Ben doesn't even know what a mouse in the house is. I got to continue to say that.
Dead to me.
And again, there's no argument there. oh my God, I can't do it.
Put it on a shirt. Put it on a shirt. Dead to me.
Dead to me. He'll come out shooting fucking 5 threes a game now.
Exactly. That's what I want.
Get on a shirt. Yeah. Be negative. Good things happen. Jalen Hurts like 7% of his passes this year.
I've been saying parade or bust the last 4 years. I got to switch it up.
To the other team.
Jesse, Dennis, we appreciate you as everybody else chimed in.
Love y'all.
We love you all, man. You guys drive a million fucking comments. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, become an A2D member. Tons of perks, tons of reasons to become it. Too tired to read them off. Get all your goods from Manscaped as well on your way out. And get 20% off free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job.
So you're not sweaty like Frank.
Nope. You don't listen. Other things can sweat. Don't sweat down there. Clean yourself up. All right. Have a little class.
Let the boys breathe normal.
Yeah. Use a promo code. Send us your order. A screenshot and
Send us your pictures.
get entered in a giveaway. We are
send us your before and afters.